Unleashing Your Inner Achiever. Mastering the Mindsets and Strategies for Extraordinary Success. Written and published by MSC Boost. Chapter 1. The Anatomy of Achievement. Understanding the Journey. Achievement is a concept that has captivated humans for centuries. We are drawn to stories of individuals who have overcome obstacles, defied the odds, and reached extraordinary heights of success. But what does it truly take to achieve our goals and turn our dreams into reality? In this chapter, we will explore the fundamental components of achievement and gain a deeper understanding of the journey that lies ahead. At its core, achievement is about setting a goal and taking consistent action towards it until it is realized. This may sound simple, but the path to success is rarely a straight line. It is a winding road filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. To navigate this terrain, we must first understand that achievement is not a destination, but a process, a continuous cycle of planning, execution, and adaptation. The first step in this cycle is setting a clear and compelling goal. This goal should be specific, measurable, and aligned with your values and passions. It should stretch you beyond your comfort zone, but still be achievable with hard work and dedication. When setting your goal, it's crucial to have a strong, deep, underlying reason that will fuel your motivation and keep you pushing forward when things get tough. Once you have a goal in mind, the next step is to break it down into smaller, manageable tasks. This is where the real work begins. Each day, you must take consistent action towards your goal, no matter how small. This requires discipline, focus, and the ability to prioritize your time and energy. You must be willing to make sacrifices and say no to distractions that don't align with your vision. As you take action, you will inevitably encounter obstacles and setbacks. This is a normal and essential part of the achievement process. These challenges are opportunities for growth and learning. They test your commitment and force you to develop new skills and strategies. The key is to approach these moments with a growth mindset, a belief that your abilities can be developed through effort and perseverance. One of the most important factors in achieving your goals is resilience, the ability to bounce back from failures and keep moving forward. This requires a strong sense of self-belief and the ability to reframe setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth. It also requires the courage to take risks and step outside of your comfort zone. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success, but a necessary stepping stone on the path to achievement. Another crucial aspect of achievement is adaptability. The world is constantly changing, and what worked yesterday may not work today. To stay on track, you must be willing to adjust your strategies and tactics based on feedback and results. This requires a level of self-awareness and humility, the ability to recognize when something isn't working and pivot accordingly. Throughout your journey, it's essential to surround yourself with a supportive network of people who believe in your vision and push you to be your best. This could include mentors, coaches, peers, or accountability partners. These individuals can provide guidance, encouragement, and constructive feedback to help you stay on track and overcome challenges. Achievement is not a solo endeavor, but a team sport. By leveraging the skills and experiences of others, you can accelerate your progress and reach your goals faster. As you work towards your goal, it's important to celebrate your progress along the way. Take time to acknowledge your wins, no matter how small, and reflect on how far you've come. This practice of gratitude and self-recognition can help sustain your motivation and momentum, even during tough times. Ultimately, achievement is a personal journey that requires dedication, perseverance, and a willingness to grow. It's not about perfection, but progress. By understanding the anatomy of achievement and embracing the challenges that come with it, you can unlock your full potential and create a life of purpose and impact. The journey ahead may be uncertain, but with the right mindset and strategies, you have the power to turn your dreams into reality. So set your sights high, take action, and trust the process. Your greatest achievements are waiting to be discovered. Chapter 2. Igniting your inner drive, fueling your motivation. Motivation is the driving force behind every great achievement. It's the spark that ignites your passion, propels you forward, and keeps you going when the going gets tough. But what exactly is motivation? And how can you harness its power to achieve your goals? At its core, motivation is the reason why you do what you do. It's the underlying purpose that gives meaning and direction to your actions. When you're motivated, you have a clear sense of what you want to achieve and why it matters to you. This clarity of purpose provides the energy and focus you need to overcome obstacles and persist in the face of challenges. One of the most powerful sources of motivation is intrinsic motivation, the desire to do something because it's inherently rewarding or meaningful to you. When you're intrinsically motivated, you engage in activities because you enjoy them or because they align with your values and passions. This type of motivation is sustainable and long-lasting because it comes from within, rather than being imposed by external factors. To tap into your intrinsic motivation, start by identifying your core values and passions. What matters most to you in life? What activities make you lose track of time and bring you a sense of joy and fulfillment? When you connect your goals to these deeper sources of meaning, you'll find that motivation comes more naturally and easily. Another key aspect of motivation is self-efficacy, the belief in your ability to succeed and achieve your goals. When you have high self-efficacy, you approach challenges with confidence and resilience, knowing that you have the skills and resources to overcome them. This belief in yourself is essential for sustaining motivation over the long haul, especially when faced with setbacks or failures. To build your self-efficacy, focus on mastering small wins and celebrating your progress along the way. Set achievable goals and break them down into manageable steps. As you accomplish each step, take time to acknowledge your efforts and reflect on what you've learned. Over time, these small successes will accumulate, building your confidence and reinforcing your belief in your ability to achieve bigger and bolder goals. Motivation is also influenced by the people and environment around you. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive individuals who believe in your potential can be a powerful source of inspiration and encouragement. Seek out mentors, coaches, and accountability partners who can provide guidance, feedback, and emotional support as you work towards your goals. Creating an environment that supports your motivation is equally important. This means designing your physical space in a way that minimizes distractions and promotes focus and productivity. It also means cultivating habits and routines that support your goals, such as regular exercise, healthy eating, and consistent sleep patterns. When your environment aligns with your aspirations, motivation becomes a natural byproduct of your daily life. Motivation is not a constant state, but rather an ebb and flow that requires ongoing attention and nurturing. There will be days when your motivation is high and everything seems possible, and other days when you feel stuck or discouraged. The key is to develop strategies for managing these fluctuations and maintaining a steady baseline of motivation over time. One effective strategy is to use positive self-talk and affirmations to reframe challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Instead of getting bogged down by negative thoughts or self-doubt, focus on the progress you've made and the strengths you bring to the table. Remind yourself of your past successes and the reasons why your goals matter to you. Another strategy is to create a system of rewards and incentives that reinforce your motivation and keep you accountable. This could include treating yourself to a favorite activity or indulgence after reaching a milestone, or enlisting the support of a friend or family member to hold you accountable to your commitments. By building in regular opportunities for positive reinforcement, you can sustain your motivation over the long haul. Motivation is a skill that can be cultivated and strengthened over time. By understanding the factors that influence your motivation and developing strategies for tapping into its power, you can achieve extraordinary things in life. Remember, motivation is not about perfection or constant happiness, but rather about commitment and perseverance in the face of challenges. So start by clarifying your purpose, building your self-efficacy, and surrounding yourself with supportive people and environments. Celebrate your progress along the way and reframe setbacks as opportunities for growth. And most importantly, trust in your ability to ignite and sustain your inner drive, no matter what obstacles come your way. With the right mindset and strategies, you have the power to achieve anything you set your mind to. Chapter 3. The Power of Laser Focus. Cutting Through Distractions. In this information-saturated world, the ability to focus has become a rare and valuable skill. With constant notifications, endless social media scrolling, and a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and scattered. But here's the truth. If you want to achieve your goals and reach your full potential, you must learn to harness the power of laser focus. Focus is the act of directing your attention and energy towards a specific task or goal. When you're focused, you're fully present and engaged in the moment, without letting distractions or competing priorities pull you off course. This level of concentration allows you to work more efficiently, make better decisions, and produce higher quality results. One of the biggest enemies of focus is multitasking. Many people pride themselves on their ability to juggle multiple tasks at once. But research has shown that multitasking actually decreases productivity and increases stress and errors. When you try to do too many things at once, you spread your attention thin and end up doing everything less effectively. Instead of multitasking, practice single tasking, giving your full attention to one task at a time. This means closing out of unnecessary tabs, silencing your phone, and creating a distraction-free environment. It may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to constant stimulation. But over time, you'll find that single tasking allows you to work more efficiently and produce better results. Another key to developing laser focus is to prioritize your tasks and goals. Not all tasks are created equal, and it's important to focus your energy on the activities that will have the greatest impact on your success. Start each day by identifying your top priorities and tackling them first, when your energy and focus are at their peak. One effective strategy for prioritizing is the Eisenhower matrix, which categorizes tasks into 4 quadrants based on their urgency and importance. The most important and urgent tasks go in the first quadrant, while the least important and non-urgent tasks go in the last quadrant. By focusing on the tasks in the first quadrant and delegating or eliminating the tasks in the other quadrants, you can ensure that you're always working on the most critical activities. In addition to prioritizing your tasks, it's important to create a schedule and stick to it. When you have a clear plan for your day, you're less likely to get sidetracked by distractions or unimportant tasks. Use a planner or calendar to block out time for your top priorities, and treat those blocks of time as non-negotiable appointments with yourself. Of course, even with the best intentions and strategies, distractions will still arise. The key is to develop the mental discipline to recognize and resist them. When you find yourself getting pulled off course, take a moment to pause and refocus your attention on your current task. It may help to use a timer or set specific goals for each work session to keep yourself accountable. Another important aspect of focus is taking regular breaks. While it may seem counterintuitive, taking short breaks throughout the day can actually improve your focus and productivity. When you work for long stretches without a break, your brain becomes fatigued and your attention starts to wander. By taking a few minutes to stretch, walk around, or do a brief meditation, you give your mind a chance to recharge and come back to your work with fresh energy and perspective. Developing laser focus is a skill that takes practice and patience. It's not about being perfect or never getting distracted, but rather about building the mental muscles to recognize and redirect your attention when it strays. Start small by setting aside dedicated blocks of time for focused work, and gradually increase the length and frequency of those blocks over time. As you become more skilled at focusing, you'll find that you're able to accomplish more in less time, with less stress and greater satisfaction. You'll be able to tackle complex projects with ease, make better decisions, and communicate more effectively with others. Most importantly, you'll be able to direct your energy and attention towards the things that matter most to you. Whether that's building a successful career, nurturing meaningful relationships, or pursuing a passion project. Remember, focus is a choice. Every moment of every day, you have the power to decide where to direct your attention and energy. By choosing to focus on what matters most, you take control of your time, your mind, and your life. So start building your focus muscles today, one task at a time. With practice and persistence, you'll unlock the full power of laser focus and achieve extraordinary things. Chapter 4. Cultivating an unshakable mindset. Beliefs that empower. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world, and it has a profound impact on your ability to achieve your goals and live a fulfilling life. Your beliefs about yourself, your abilities, and your potential shape your thoughts, emotions, and actions. They determine whether you approach challenges with confidence and resilience or succumb to self-doubt and defeat. Cultivating an unshakable mindset means developing a set of empowering beliefs that support your growth and success. These beliefs are not based on external validation or temporary circumstances, but on a deep inner conviction about your inherent worth and potential. One of the most foundational beliefs of an unshakable mindset is a growth mindset. Psychologist Carol Dweck coined this term to describe the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. With a growth mindset, you view challenges and failures as opportunities for growth, rather than as threats to your self-worth. You embrace the discomfort of stretching beyond your current abilities, because you know that's how you learn and improve. To cultivate a growth mindset, start by reframing your self-talk. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough," tell yourself, "I can learn to do this," or "I'm becoming better every day." Celebrate your progress and effort, not just your outcomes. When you face setbacks, ask yourself what you can learn from the experience and how you can apply that learning to future challenges. Another key belief of an unshakable mindset is self-compassion. Many high achievers are their own harshest critics, holding themselves to impossibly high standards and berating themselves for every mistake or shortcoming. But research has shown that self-compassion, treating yourself with kindness, understanding, and forgiveness, is actually more motivating and effective than self-criticism. To practice self-compassion, start by noticing your inner dialogue. When you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk, imagine how you would speak to a good friend in the same situation. Offer yourself the same kindness and understanding that you would extend to someone you care about. Remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes and faces challenges, and that these experiences are part of being human. An unshakable mindset also requires a sense of purpose and meaning. When you have a clear understanding of what matters most to you and why, you're more likely to persevere through obstacles and setbacks. Your purpose doesn't have to be grandiose or world-changing. It can be as simple as being a good parent, making a difference in your community, or pursuing a craft or hobby that brings you joy. To connect with your sense of purpose, take time to reflect on your values and passions. What energizes and fulfills you? What legacy do you want to leave behind? How can you use your unique strengths and talents to make a positive impact on the world around you? When you have a strong sense of purpose, you're more resilient in the face of challenges, because you know that your efforts are in service of something greater than yourself. An unshakable mindset also requires a willingness to take calculated risks and step outside your comfort zone. Growth and success often lie on the other side of fear and uncertainty. When you're willing to embrace discomfort and take action in the face of fear, you open yourself up to new possibilities and opportunities. To build your risk-taking muscle, start small. Identify a small step you can take towards a goal or dream that scares you, and commit to taking that step within the next week. As you build momentum and confidence, gradually increase the size and frequency of your risk-taking. Remember that failure is not the opposite of success, but a necessary part of the learning and growth process. Finally, an unshakable mindset requires a commitment to continuous learning and growth. The world is constantly changing, and what worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. To stay relevant and effective, you must be willing to adapt and evolve your skills, knowledge, and strategies. To cultivate a love of learning, seek out new experiences and perspectives. Read books and articles on topics that interest you. Attend workshops and conferences, and seek out mentors and experts in your field. Approach every experience as an opportunity to learn and grow, and be open to feedback and constructive criticism. Remember that your mindset is not fixed, but a malleable and dynamic aspect of your being. With intention and practice, you have the power to reshape your beliefs and attitudes in ways that support your success and well-being. By cultivating a growth mindset, practicing self-compassion, connecting with your purpose, embracing risk-taking, and committing to continuous learning, you'll develop an unshakable mindset that empowers you to achieve extraordinary things. Start by identifying one belief or attitude that may be holding you back, and commit to replacing it with a more empowering alternative. Surround yourself with people and resources that support your growth and encourage you to step outside your comfort zone. And most importantly, be patient and persistent in your efforts. Developing an unshakable mindset is a lifelong process, but one that pays off in greater resilience, fulfillment, and success. Chapter 5. Emotional Mastery. Navigating the highs and lows. Emotions play a significant role in our lives, influencing our thoughts, decisions, and actions. They can propel us towards our goals or hold us back from reaching our full potential. Achieving emotional mastery means developing the ability to understand, regulate, and harness your emotions in a way that supports your well-being and success. The first step towards emotional mastery is self-awareness. You must be able to recognize and name your emotions as they arise, without judgment or suppression. This requires a willingness to turn inward and observe your inner experience with curiosity and compassion. One powerful tool for cultivating self-awareness is mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment with openness and non-judgment. When you practice mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts and emotions as temporary experiences, rather than getting caught up in them or letting them control you. To practice mindfulness, set aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath. When thoughts or emotions arise, simply notice them without getting attached to them. You can label them silently in your mind, such as thinking or feeling anxious, and then gently redirect your attention back to your breath. As you become more skilled at observing your emotions, you can start to investigate them with greater depth and precision. Ask yourself questions like, what triggered this emotion? What thoughts or beliefs are fueling it? How is it affecting my body and behavior? By gaining a deeper understanding of your emotional patterns, you can start to develop strategies for regulating them in a healthy way. Emotional regulation involves finding ways to manage the intensity and duration of your emotions so that they don't overwhelm or control you. One effective strategy for emotional regulation is deep breathing. When you're feeling stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, take a few slow, deep breaths. This activates your body's relaxation response and helps to calm your mind and emotions. You can also try reframing your thoughts in a more positive or realistic way. Often, our emotions are fueled by distorted or exaggerated thoughts, such as, "I'll never be able to do this," or "this is a disaster." By challenging these thoughts and replacing them with more balanced alternatives, such as, "This is difficult, but I can handle it," or "This is a setback, but it's not the end of the world," you can reduce the intensity of your negative emotions. It's important to remember that emotional regulation doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your emotions. Rather, it means learning to express them in a healthy and appropriate way. This may involve setting boundaries, communicating your needs assertively, or finding healthy outlets for your feelings, such as exercise, art, or journaling. As you become more skilled at regulating your emotions, you can start to harness them in a way that supports your goals and values. Emotions can be powerful sources of motivation, creativity, and connection when channeled in a positive direction. For example, if you're feeling excited about a new project or opportunity, you can use that energy to take action and pursue your goals with passion and enthusiasm. If you're feeling frustrated or discouraged, you can use those feelings as a signal that something needs to change and take steps to address the underlying issues. Emotional mastery also involves developing greater empathy and emotional intelligence in your relationships with others. When you're able to understand and relate to other people's emotions, you can communicate more effectively, build stronger connections, and navigate conflicts with greater skill and compassion. To cultivate empathy, practice active listening and perspective taking. When someone is sharing their feelings with you, give them your full attention and try to understand their experience from their point of view. Ask questions to clarify your understanding, and reflect back what you've heard to show that you're listening and care about their perspective. Remember that emotional mastery is a lifelong process, not a destination. There will always be new challenges and opportunities to grow and learn. Be patient and compassionate with yourself as you navigate the ups and downs of your emotional landscape. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to practice mindfulness and self-reflection. Notice your emotional patterns and triggers, and experiment with different strategies for regulation and expression. Seek out resources and support when needed, whether that's through therapy, coaching, or self-help books and courses. Most importantly, trust in your inherent resilience and capacity for growth. Your emotions are not your enemy, but powerful allies in your journey towards greater self-awareness, authenticity, and fulfillment. By cultivating emotional mastery, you'll be better equipped to navigate the highs and lows of life with grace, courage, and compassion. Chapter 6. The Confidence Code: Trusting Your Abilities. Confidence is the unwavering belief in your abilities, skills, and judgment. It's the inner knowing that you have what it takes to achieve your goals, overcome challenges, and thrive in the face of uncertainty. Confidence is not about arrogance or perfection, but about trusting in your inherent worth and potential. Many people struggle with confidence, often due to past experiences, negative self-talk, or societal pressures. They may doubt their abilities, second-guess their decisions, or shy away from opportunities that stretch them beyond their comfort zone. But the truth is, confidence is not something you're born with. It's a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. The foundation of confidence is self-awareness. You must have a clear understanding of your strengths, values, and unique qualities. Take time to reflect on your past successes and accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. What skills and qualities did you demonstrate in those situations? What came naturally to you? And what did you have to work harder at? As you identify your strengths, look for ways to leverage them in your daily life and work. Seek out opportunities that align with your natural abilities and passions, and challenge yourself to take on tasks that require you to stretch and grow. When you play to your strengths, you'll feel more energized, engaged, and confident in your abilities. Of course, confidence isn't just about your strengths. It's also about accepting and learning from your weaknesses. No one is perfect, and everyone has areas where they struggle or make mistakes. The key is to view these challenges as opportunities for growth and learning, rather than as indictments of your worth or ability. When you face a setback or failure, take a step back and analyze the situation objectively. What can you learn from this experience? What could you have done differently? And how can you apply that learning in the future? By reframing failures as feedback, you can maintain your confidence and resilience in the face of adversity. Confidence also requires a willingness to take risks and step outside your comfort zone. When you play it safe and stick to what you know, you limit your opportunities for growth and success. But when you're willing to try new things, take on challenges, and put yourself out there, you open yourself up to new possibilities and experiences. Start by setting small, achievable goals that stretch you beyond your current abilities. Break them down into manageable steps and celebrate your progress along the way. As you build momentum and experience small wins, gradually increase the size and scope of your goals. Remember that confidence is not about being fearless, but about feeling the fear and taking action anyway. It's normal to feel anxious or uncertain when facing new challenges, but don't let those feelings hold you back. Acknowledge your fears, but don't give them power over your actions. Visualization is a powerful tool for building confidence and overcoming fear. Take a few minutes each day to visualize yourself successfully achieving your goals. Imagine yourself feeling confident, capable, and in control. Notice how you carry yourself, how you interact with others, and how you handle challenges and setbacks. The more vividly and consistently you visualize success, the more your brain will start to believe it's possible. Confidence is also contagious. When you surround yourself with confident, supportive people, you'll start to absorb their energy and self-assurance. Seek out mentors, colleagues, and friends who believe in you and encourage you to stretch beyond your comfort zone. Share your goals and aspirations with them, and ask for their feedback and support. At the same time, be mindful of the influence of negative or toxic people in your life. If someone is consistently putting you down, undermining your confidence, or holding you back from your goals, it may be time to set boundaries or distance yourself from that relationship. Confidence is also about self-care and self-compassion. When you take care of your physical, emotional, and mental health, you'll feel more energized, resilient, and capable of taking on challenges. Make time for activities that recharge and nourish you, whether that's exercise, meditation, hobbies, or spending time in nature. Also, practice self-compassion when you fall short of your expectations or make mistakes. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend. Recognize that setbacks and failures are a normal part of the learning process, and that your worth is not defined by your achievements or externals' validation. Ultimately, confidence is about trusting in yourself and your abilities, even in the face of uncertainty or adversity. It's about having the courage to take risks, learn from failures, and keep moving forward towards your goals. By cultivating self-awareness, setting stretch goals, surrounding yourself with supportive people, practicing self-care and self-compassion, and reframing setbacks as opportunities for growth, you'll develop an unshakable sense of confidence that will serve you in all areas of life. Start small, be patient with yourself, and celebrate your progress along the way. Remember that confidence is a journey, not a destination. There will always be new challenges and opportunities to grow. Trust in your inherent resilience and potential, and know that you have everything you need to thrive and succeed, no matter what lies ahead. Chapter 7. The discipline advantage: consistently showing up. Discipline is the backbone of success. It's the ability to consistently show up, do the work, and follow through on your commitments, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what separates those who merely dream of success from those who actually achieve it. Many people struggle with discipline because they rely solely on motivation to drive their actions. They wait until they feel inspired or energized to tackle their goals, and then wonder why they aren't making progress. But the truth is, motivation is fleeting and unreliable. It comes and goes based on our moods, circumstances, and external factors. Discipline, on the other hand, is a choice. It's a decision to show up and do the work, regardless of how you feel in the moment. It's about keeping your commitments to yourself and others, even when it's hard or inconvenient. Discipline is the bridge between your intentions and your results. The first step in developing discipline is to get clear on your goals and priorities. What do you want to achieve, and why does it matter to you? When you have a compelling reason for pursuing your goals, it's easier to stay disciplined and focused, even in the face of obstacles or setbacks. Once you have clarity on your goals, break them down into specific, measurable actions you can take on a daily or weekly basis. These actions should be challenging enough to push you outside your comfort zone, but not so overwhelming that you get discouraged or give up. For example, if your goal is to write a book, Your daily action might be to write 500 words per day, no matter what. If your goal is to get in shape, your weekly action might be to exercise for 30 minutes, 3 times per week. By breaking your goals down into small, consistent actions, you build momentum and make progress over time. Accountability is key to maintaining discipline. When you hold yourself accountable for your actions and commitments, you're more likely to follow through and stay on track. One way to create accountability is to share your goals and progress with someone you trust, such as a friend, family member, or coach. Knowing that someone else is invested in your success can be a powerful motivator to stay disciplined. You can also create accountability through tracking and measurement. Keep a log of your daily actions and progress towards your goals. Celebrate your wins and milestones, no matter how small they may seem. When you see tangible evidence of your efforts paying off, it reinforces your discipline and motivation to keep going. Of course, discipline isn't always easy. There will be days when you don't feel like doing the work, or when life throws curveballs that derail your plans. In these moments, it's important to have strategies for staying disciplined and getting back on track. One effective strategy is to use positive self-talk and affirmations. Instead of beating yourself up for slipping or falling short, speak to yourself with kindness and encouragement. Remind yourself of your reasons for pursuing your goals and the progress you've made so far. Reframe setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth, rather than failures or defeats. Habit stacking is another powerful strategy for building discipline. This involves linking your desired behavior to an existing habit or routine. For example, if you want to meditate every morning, you might stack it onto your existing habit of brushing your teeth. After brushing your teeth, you immediately sit down to meditate for 5 minutes. By anchoring your new habit to an existing one, you make it easier to remember and follow through consistently. Discipline also requires self-care and rest. When you're well rested, nourished, and recharged, you have more energy and focus to devote to your goals. Make time for activities that recharge and refresh you, whether that's exercise, hobbies, spending time with loved ones, or simply taking a break to rest and relax. Remember that discipline is a muscle that grows stronger with practice. The more you exercise it, the easier it becomes to stay consistent and focused, even in the face of challenges or distractions. Start small and gradually build up your discipline over time. Celebrate your progress and milestones, and use setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth. Discipline is not about being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about showing up consistently, doing your best, and staying committed to your goals, even when it's hard. By developing discipline, you tap into a powerful source of inner strength and resilience that will serve you in all areas of life. Success is not a destination, but a journey of consistent effort and growth. By cultivating discipline, you equip yourself with the tools and mindset needed to navigate that journey with grace, resilience, and purpose. Trust in your ability to show up for yourself and your goals, one day at a time, and watch as your dreams become reality through the power of discipline. Chapter 8. Flexibility and Resilience. Adapting to Adversity. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns. No matter how well you plan or how hard you work, there will be times when things don't go according to plan. In these moments, flexibility and resilience are essential skills for navigating challenges and staying on track towards your goals. Flexibility is the ability to adapt to changing circumstances and find new ways forward when the original plan falls through. It's about being open to new ideas, perspectives, and approaches, even when they differ from your own. Flexibility requires letting go of rigid expectations and being willing to pivot when necessary. Many people struggle with flexibility because they view change as a threat rather than an opportunity. They get attached to their plans and ideas and resist any deviations or modifications. But the truth is, change is a natural and inevitable part of life. The more you can embrace it and find ways to work with it, the more successful and fulfilled you'll be. One way to cultivate flexibility is to practice reframing challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. When something doesn't go as planned, instead of getting frustrated or discouraged, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I use this setback to my advantage? By shifting your mindset from one of resistance to one of curiosity and openness, you position yourself to find creative solutions and new paths forward. Flexibility also requires a willingness to let go of perfectionism and control. Often, we get stuck because we're trying to force a particular outcome or do things a certain way. But sometimes, the best way forward is to surrender to the process and trust that things will work out as they're meant to, even if it looks different than what you had in mind. This doesn't mean giving up or being passive, but rather being open to different possibilities and approaches. It means being willing to experiment, take risks, and try new things, even if they feel uncomfortable or unfamiliar at first. By letting go of the need to control every detail, you create space for new ideas and opportunities to emerge. Resilience, on the other hand, is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep going in the face of adversity. It's the inner strength and determination that allows you to persevere through challenges and come out stronger on the other side. Resilience is not about avoiding or denying difficult experiences, but rather about facing them head-on with courage and compassion. One key to building resilience is to cultivate a growth mindset. This means viewing challenges and failures as opportunities for learning and improvement, rather than as indictments of your worth or ability. When you encounter a setback, instead of beating yourself up or giving up, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I use it to become stronger, wiser, or more skilled? Resilience also requires self-care and support. When you're going through a tough time, it's essential to prioritize your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. This might mean taking breaks to rest and recharge, seeking out the support of friends and loved ones, or engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. It's also important to cultivate a sense of purpose and meaning beyond your immediate goals and challenges. When you have a clear sense of why you're doing what you're doing and how it contributes to something larger than yourself, it's easier to stay motivated and resilient in the face of obstacles. Take time to reflect on your values, passions, and the impact you want to make in the world, and let that guide you through tough times. Building resilience also requires practice and repetition. Just like any skill, the more you exercise your resilience muscles, the stronger they become. Look for opportunities to challenge yourself and step outside your comfort zone. Whether that's taking on a new project at work, trying a new hobby, or having a difficult conversation with someone you care about. When you encounter a setback or failure, use it as an opportunity to practice resilience. Acknowledge your feelings of disappointment or frustration, but don't dwell on them. Instead, focus on what you can learn and how you can move forward. Celebrate your small wins and progress, and use them as fuel to keep going. Remember that flexibility and resilience are not about being perfect or never struggling. They're about having the tools and mindset to navigate challenges and keep moving forward, even when things get tough. By cultivating these skills, you equip yourself to handle whatever life throws your way with grace, courage, and determination. Flexibility and resilience are muscles that grow stronger with practice. Start small and look for opportunities to exercise them in your daily life. When things don't go as planned, instead of getting stuck or giving up, ask yourself, how can I adapt? What can I learn from this experience? How can I use it to become stronger and more capable? By approaching challenges with a spirit of curiosity, openness, and determination, you position yourself to not only survive, but thrive in the face of adversity. Trust in your ability to navigate the ups and downs of life with flexibility and resilience, and watch as you become unstoppable in the pursuit of your goals and dreams. Chapter 9. The Persistence Principle: Pushing Past Resistance. Persistence is the key that unlocks the door to success. It's the quality that keeps you moving forward when others would quit. the inner strength that propels you past obstacles and setbacks. Without persistence, even the most talented and ambitious among us will eventually falter and fail. Persistence is not about being the smartest, the most skilled, or the most resources. It's about being the most determined. It's about having the grit to keep going when things get hard, the courage to pick yourself up after a fall and try again. Persistence is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who merely dream about them. So how can you cultivate the persistence needed for extraordinary success? The first step is to develop an unshakable sense of purpose. You must have a clear and compelling reason for pursuing your goals, a why that is bigger than the inevitable obstacles you will face along the way. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you. What are the values, causes, or ideals that light you up inside? What kind of impact do you want to have on the world? When you're connected to a deeper sense of meaning and purpose, you'll find the strength to keep going even when things get tough. With a strong purpose in place, start taking consistent action towards your goals. Persistence is about showing up day after day, putting in the work even when you don't feel like it. It's about honoring your commitments to yourself and others, following through on what you said you would do. Break your larger goals down into smaller, manageable steps. Then commit to taking at least one step every single day, no matter how small. The power of persistence comes from the cumulative effect of small actions over time. By consistently showing up and doing the work, you build unstoppable momentum. Persistence also requires a willingness to fail and keep trying. No one achieves great things without experiencing setbacks and disappointments along the way. The key is to not let temporary defeats turn into permanent failure. When you encounter a roadblock, acknowledge it, learn from it, then look for a way around it. Stay focused on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Adopting a growth mindset is essential for persistence. This means viewing challenges as opportunities to learn and improve rather than threats to your ego or identity. It means embracing discomfort as a sign that you're growing rather than a signal to retreat to safety. With a growth mindset, failure becomes feedback you can use to correct course and try again more intelligently. Reframe the obstacles in your path as tests of your commitment rather than stop signs. Life will continually present you with challenges, doubts, twists, and detours. When you view each one as an opportunity to prove how badly you want it, you shift from a state of fear and conserve your persistence long term. It's important to pace yourself. Persistence is a marathon, not a sprint. You need to balance periods of intense effort with time for rest, recovery, and reflection. Burnout is the enemy of persistence. To keep your fire burning bright, you must learn to tend it wisely. This means taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional health. Get enough sleep, eat nourishing foods, move your body regularly. Take breaks to recharge when you need them. Surround yourself with positive people who believe in you and your goals. Seek out mentors and role models who can guide and encourage you. Regularly step back from the daily grind to reflect on how far you've come and reconnect with your bigger why. Celebrate your victories, both big and small. Forgive your failures and extract the lessons. Refill your well of inspiration through uplifting books, podcasts, art, nature, and time with loved ones. The more you nurture yourself, the more energy you'll have for the road ahead. Ultimately, persistence is an act of faith. Faith in yourself, in your vision, in your ability to figure things out. When you commit to seeing things through no matter what, you summon forth internal resources you never knew you had. You become someone who does the impossible, who overcomes tremendous odds, who earns the respect and admiration of others. This doesn't mean persistence is always easy. Far from it. There will be days that test your resolve to the core, when every fiber of your being wants to give up and go home. In those moments, draw on your reserves of purpose, lean on your support system, recall how far you've already come. Then take the next small step forward. Persistence is how audacious dreams and ambitious goals become reality. With persistence, you become unstoppable. No failure can crush you. No obstacle can contain you. The world bends to the force of your determination. Stay focused. Keep showing up. Honor your deeper why. Believe that everything you envision is possible, and persist until it is so. The road to extraordinary success is paved with persistence. It requires daily recommitment, focused action, and resilience in the face of adversity. Wherever you are on your path, wherever your starting point, you have what it takes to persist and prevail. By making persistence your constant companion and ally, you equip yourself to live your most rewarding, purposeful, and impactful life. Your true power lies in your ability to persist. Carry this truth with you as you march towards your goals and aspirations. When the road gets rocky, when doubt and fatigue creep in, return to the principles of persistence again and again. The world is waiting for your unique contribution. Have the audacity to pursue it with a tenacity that will not yield. Believe in your vision and persist until it is realized. The prize of a life well lived, a legacy that endures, awaits those with the courage to persist. Your greatest achievements, those things that once seemed impossible, improbable, beyond your reach, they are all possible, all within your grasp. You need only persist each day, each hour, with each small action building upon the next. Do not underestimate the power that lies within you. Stay true to yourself and your course. Persist without exception, and watch as your most cherished dreams steadily, irreversibly, magnificently come to pass. So go forth with boldness and resolve, knowing you are capable of shaping reality through your persistence. Never give up on what matters most to you. The gifts you have to share with the world are too vital to let lie dormant. Allow the fire of persistence to carry you through all resistance and struggle, through each dark night of the soul, and leap into the unknown. Persistence is your birthright, your secret weapon, the rocket fuel for creating an extraordinary life of passion, purpose, and authentic success. Wield this power with the unstoppable conviction and determination it demands. And get ready to be astonished at just how far you can go, at how much you can achieve, through the awesome might of your persistence fully unleashed. Chapter 10. Creating your success tribe. Surrounding yourself with positivity. Success is not a solo journey. While it's up to you to do the inner work and take consistent action towards your goals, the people you surround yourself with play a crucial role in your achievement. The individuals you allow into your inner circle, your success tribe, can either lift you up and propel you forward or drag you down and hold you back. Consciously curating a supportive, positive, growth-oriented social environment is one of the most powerful steps you can take to accelerate your progress and realize your full potential. Motivational speaker Jim Rohn famously said that we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Take a look around at your current peer group, colleagues, friends, and family members. Do they inspire and challenge you to be your best self? Do they celebrate your wins and encourage your dreams? Or do they drag you into gossip, complaining, and stagnation? The people in your life have a profound impact on your mindset, habits, and results. If you aspire to extraordinary success, you must be vigilant about aligning yourself with individuals who share your values, work ethic, and commitment to personal growth. Seek out mentors, collaborators, and friends who have achieved what you want to achieve, who embody the qualities you wish to cultivate in yourself. This doesn't mean you should ruthlessly cut ties with anyone who doesn't perfectly match your vision. Relationships are complex, and even difficult people may offer value in certain ways. The key is to become highly intentional about who you allow into your innermost circle of influence. Prioritize relationships that uplift and energize you. Minimize time spent with those who consistently leave you feeling drained, discouraged, or stuck. One effective strategy for building your success tribe is to join or create a mastermind group. A mastermind is a small group of like-minded individuals who meet regularly to support each other's goals, brainstorm solutions to challenges, and hold each other accountable. By surrounding yourself with driven, positive peers who are committed to helping you succeed, you gain a powerful support system and sounding board. To find potential mastermind partners, Start by getting clear on what you want to achieve and the kinds of people you want to connect with. Attend industry events, join online forums related to your interests, and reach out to individuals you admire. When you find someone who resonates with your values and goals, invite them to a conversation to explore collaboration. In addition to masterminds, consider hiring a coach or joining a structured program led by someone who has already achieved what you aspire to. A skilled coach can help you identify blind spots, develop new skills, and stay focused and motivated. They provide an outside perspective and can often see possibilities and solutions you might miss on your own. As you build your success tribe, also be mindful of the role you play in your existing relationships. Are you showing up as a positive, supportive presence for others? Are you inspiring and uplifting those around you? The more you embody the qualities you seek in your own network, the more you will attract like-minded individuals. This principle extends beyond your immediate circle to the content you consume and the environments you frequent. Be selective about the books, podcasts, social media accounts, and TV shows you engage with. Choose resources that educate, motivate, and expand your vision of what's possible. Curate your physical spaces, from your home to your workspace, to be inspiring and energizing. Surround yourself with images, objects, and sensory cues that anchor you to your goals and values. As you elevate your social ecosystem, you may find that certain relationships naturally fall away. This is a normal part of the growth process. Honor those who have been part of your journey, while also making space for new, aligned connections. Trust that as you raise your standards and vibration, you will attract the perfect people to support your evolution. Building a thriving success tribe takes time and intention. Start where you are and focus on progress over perfection. Regularly assess your relationships and environments and make adjustments as needed. The rewards of cultivating a richly positive, nourishing social context are immense. When you are surrounded by individuals who see your highest potential and cheer you on every step of the way, you will be astonished at how quickly and joyfully you rise. Your success tribe is your secret weapon, your rocket fuel for achieving your boldest dreams. Invest in these relationships with your full presence and generosity. Celebrate each other's victories and show up for each other during challenges. Together, you will create an unstoppable momentum and a legacy that inspires countless others. As you adventure along your success path, place building your tribe among your highest priorities. The people you choose to walk alongside will make the road infinitely more rewarding. When you are backed by an inner circle of supporters, mentors, and collaborators, you will have the resilience to overcome any obstacle and the audacity to aim for the most extraordinary heights. Brick by brick, relationship by relationship, create the thriving support system your vision and your impact requires. With your success tribe at your back, you will be unstoppable. The journey to your grandest potential is meant to be shared. Open yourself to deep, nourishing connections with those who fan your flames and believe in your genius. Show up as the leader and role model you wish you had. And together, arm in arm with your success tribe, step boldly into your most radiant self and achievements. The world desperately needs your fully expressed gifts. Allow your carefully cultivated inner circle to give you the courage to rise into your greatness. The best is yet to come. Chapter 11. Optimizing your health. Energizing your mind and body. Your physical and mental well-being are the foundation upon which all your success is built. Without a baseline of vibrant health, it becomes exponentially more difficult to show up consistently, think creatively, and handle challenges with resilience and poise. Investing in your own wellness is not a luxury or an afterthought, it is a critical, non-negotiable priority for anyone committed to achieving their full potential and making a meaningful impact. Optimizing your health starts with getting radically honest about your current habits and lifestyle. Are you fueling your body with nourishing, whole foods or running on empty with processed junk and stimulants? Are you prioritizing restful sleep and regular exercise, or burning the candle at both ends with late nights and sedentary days? Are you taking time to relax, recharge, and manage stress, or pushing yourself to the brink of burnout? The choices you make each day, from the moment you wake up until the moment you drift off to sleep, either contribute to or detract from your overall vitality. Small, consistent habits compound over time to create either a strong, resilient foundation or a shaky, depleted one. The good news is, no matter where you're starting from, you have the power to transform your health one decision at a time. Start by examining your nutrition. The foods you eat become the building blocks of your cells, tissues, and organs. They determine your energy levels, cognitive function, and emotional balance. Aim to fill your plate primarily with colorful fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. Minimize processed foods, refined sugars, and inflammatory oils. Stay well hydrated by sipping clean water throughout the day. Establish a consistent sleep schedule that allows you to get 7-9 hours of quality rest each night. Create a relaxing bedtime routine that signals to your body and mind that it's time to wind down. Avoid screens and stimulating activities for at least an hour before bed. Ensure your sleep environment is cool, dark, and quiet. Prioritizing deep, restful sleep is one of the most powerful ways to boost your mood, productivity, and overall well-being. Make regular movement a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Exercise not only strengthens your muscles and cardiovascular system, but also enhances brain function, relieves stress, and boosts mood. Find activities you genuinely enjoy, whether that's lifting weights, taking a dance class, going for a hike, or practicing yoga. Aim for a mix of cardio, strength training, and flexibility work. Even a brisk 20-minute walk each day can make a noticeable difference in your energy and focus. In addition to optimizing nutrition, sleep, and exercise, it's crucial to prioritize stress management. Chronic stress takes a heavy toll on both physical and mental health, contributing to everything from anxiety and depression to heart disease and autoimmune disorders. Develop a toolbox of stress-relieving practices that work for you, such as deep breathing, meditation, journaling, or spending time in nature. Learn to set boundaries, delegate tasks, and say no to commitments that don't align with your values and goals. Self-care is not selfish. It's a necessity for sustainable high performance. Make time for activities that bring you joy, calm, and a sense of meaning. This might include hobbies, time with loved ones, volunteering, or creative pursuits. Regularly disconnect from work and technology to give your mind and body a chance to recharge. Schedule self-care into your calendar with the same commitment you would give to an important meeting or deadline. Seek out supportive professionals to optimize your health, such as a functional medicine doctor, nutritionist, or therapist. These experts can provide personalized guidance and help you identify and address any underlying imbalances or concerns. Don't wait until a health crisis arises to start prioritizing your well-being. Be proactive in nurturing your physical and mental vitality. As you elevate your health habits, be patient and compassionate with yourself. Lasting change happens through consistent, incremental steps, not overnight overhauls. Celebrate your progress along the way, and don't beat yourself up for occasional slips or setbacks. The path to vibrant health is a lifelong journey, not a short-term destination. Keep in mind that your health is not just about you. When you show up each day energized, focused, and resilient, you are better equipped to serve others and make a positive difference in the world. Your vitality has a ripple effect on your family, your community, and beyond. By prioritizing your own well-being, you inspire and empower others to do the same. Your health is your greatest asset, your most precious resource for bringing your vision to life. Treat it as such. Invest in nourishing foods, restful sleep, regular movement, and joyful self-care. Build a team of supportive experts and allies. Approach your well-being with curiosity, consistency, and compassion. As you optimize your physical and mental vitality, you will unlock new levels of energy, creativity, and impact. You will show up more fully in your relationships and endeavors. You will have the stamina to persist through challenges and savor successes. Commit to being the energized, radiant, resilient steward of your one precious life. Let your health be the sturdy bedrock upon which you build your legacy of contribution and fulfillment. Wake up each day grateful for the gift of your miraculous mind and body. Treat yourself with the love and reverence you deserve. As you rise to your highest levels of well-being, you will astonish yourself with how much more joyfully and effectively you can serve your mission. Vibrant health is the gateway to your greatness. Step through it boldly, one nourishing choice at a time. The radiant, vital, fully expressed version of you is ready to be unleashed. Claim your birthright of energy, resilience, and joy. From this place of thriving, watch as your most ambitious dreams take flight. Chapter 12. The Planning Paradox. Preparing for the unexpected. The road to success is paved with careful planning and strategic preparation. Having a clear vision, setting specific goals, and mapping out action steps are all essential for turning your dreams into reality. Yet even the most meticulously crafted plans are subject to the whims of an unpredictable world. Unforeseen obstacles, unexpected opportunities, and sudden changes can derail even the most well-laid strategies. Truly successful individuals understand that planning is crucial. But so is the ability to adapt, pivot, and thrive in the face of the unknown. The planning paradox involves holding two seemingly contradictory truths simultaneously: the importance of diligent preparation and the inevitability of the unexpected. It's about striking a delicate balance between proactive organization and reactive flexibility. Mastering this paradox allows you to harness the power of planning while also cultivating the resilience to navigate curveballs gracefully. Start by getting crystal clear on your desired outcomes. What does success look like for you specifically? What are the milestones you want to achieve along the way? Having a vivid mental image of your end goal serves as a compass, guiding your decisions and actions, even when the terrain shifts beneath your feet. When you know exactly where you're headed, you can more easily adjust your route as needed while staying true to your ultimate destination. With your vision in place, break it down into smaller, actionable steps. Identify the key projects, tasks, and habits that will move you closer to your goals. Prioritize ruthlessly, focusing your time and energy on the activities that yield the greatest returns. Create systems and routines that support consistent progress, even when motivation wanes. At the same time, build contingency plans and fail-safes into your strategy. Ask yourself, what could go wrong, and how will I handle it? Anticipate potential roadblocks and develop alternative pathways around them. Have backup plans and resources in place to minimize disruption when the unexpected strikes. The more proactively you plan for various scenarios, the more quickly you can adapt and stay on course. Cultivate a mindset of flexibility and openness. Recognize that change is an inherent part of the success journey. Approach new information, feedback, and circumstances as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than threats to your ego or agenda. Be willing to update your plans as you gain new insights and experience. The ability to pivot is often the deciding factor between those who get stuck and those who soar. Regularly assess your progress and adjust your tactics accordingly. Are your current actions and strategies moving you closer to your goals, or are they leading you astray? Are there areas where you're consistently encountering friction or resistance? Don't be afraid to course correct as needed. Sometimes, the most direct path to your destination involves a few detours along the way. Seek out mentors, advisors, and collaborators who can offer fresh perspectives and expertise. Surround yourself with individuals who have navigated the unexpected successfully in their own journeys. Learn from their insights and experiences. Build a diverse network of support that can offer guidance and resources when you encounter unfamiliar territory. Develop a practice of scenario planning. Regularly set aside time to brainstorm potential opportunities, challenges, and changes on the horizon. Consider multiple possibilities and how you might respond to each. This proactive mental rehearsal trains your mind to think creatively and strategically in the face of the unknown. When the unexpected does arise, you'll be better equipped to adapt swiftly and effectively. Embrace a spirit of experimentation and calculated risk-taking. Recognize that success often lies outside your comfort zone. Be willing to try new approaches, test unconventional ideas, and venture into uncharted waters. While it's important to plan diligently, don't let perfectionism or fear of failure keep you stuck in analysis paralysis. Sometimes, the best way to navigate the unexpected is to take bold, decisive action and learn as you go. Cultivate a resilient mindset. View setbacks and challenges as temporary learning experiences rather than permanent defeats. Develop the mental and emotional fortitude to bounce back from disappointments and keep moving forward. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and use failures as fuel for growth. The more resilient you become, the more easily you can adapt to changing circumstances. Stay grounded in your core values and purpose. When the path ahead is uncertain, let your deepest beliefs and passions be your anchor. Make decisions and take actions that align with your integrity and mission. Trust that by staying true to yourself, you will ultimately find your way to the success you seek, even if the route looks different than you initially planned. The planning paradox is an ongoing dance between preparation and adaptation. It requires equal parts strategic thinking and intuitive responsiveness. By mastering this delicate balance, you equip yourself to navigate the inevitable twists and turns on your success journey with grace, resilience, and agility. Approach your planning with diligence and your execution with flexibility. Have a clear vision and roadmap, but hold them lightly. Be ready to pivot and adjust as new information and opportunities arise. Cultivate the mental and emotional agility to thrive in the face of the unknown. Success rarely unfolds in a straight line. It's a winding path filled with surprises, detours, and unexpected vistas. The planning paradox invites you to embrace this inherent uncertainty with curiosity, courage, and readiness. When you plan for the best but prepare for the rest, you unlock new levels of creativity, innovation, and impact. You position yourself to seize serendipitous opportunities and navigate inevitable challenges with finesse. Your extraordinary success story will be shaped by both your careful plans and your artful adaptations. Embrace the planning paradox as an invitation to grow, evolve, and expand. Let it sharpen your strategic mind and strengthen your agile spirit. As you dance between preparation and pivoting, you'll find yourself creating a life and legacy far beyond what any single plan could have predicted. The unexpected isn't something to fear or resist. It's an integral part of your success journey. Welcome it with open arms and a ready mind. Let your plans be your launchpad and your adaptability be your superpower. In the space between structure and surprise, you'll find the freedom and flexibility to create your most extraordinary outcomes. Trust in your ability to navigate the unknown with wisdom, resilience, and grace. Your success story is waiting to be written, one purposeful plan and intuitive pivot at a time. Chapter 13. Harnessing the Power of Habits. Automating Excellence. Success isn't a singular event or a momentary achievement. It's the cumulative result of consistent, purposeful actions taken over time. The most effective way to ensure this consistency is by harnessing the power of habits, automatic behaviors that you perform regularly, often without conscious thought. When you intentionally cultivate habits that align with your goals and values, you create a self-reinforcing system of success. You automate excellence, making progress feel almost effortless. The science of habit formation is well established. Habits are formed through a three-part loop: a cue or trigger, a routine, the behavior itself, and a reward, the benefit you gain from the behavior. To create a new habit, you must first identify the desired behavior and the reward you'll gain from it. Then, you establish a clear cue that prompts the behavior. With enough repetition, the new behavior becomes automatic, a habit. Start by identifying the keystone habits that will make the greatest impact on your success. These are the foundational habits that create positive ripple effects across multiple areas of your life. Examples might include daily exercise, regular goal setting and review, or a morning mindfulness practice. Focus on developing just a few keystone habits at a time to avoid overwhelm and ensure consistency. Next, make your desired habits as easy and convenient as possible. Remove any barriers or friction that might discourage you from following through. For example, if you want to establish a daily exercise habit, lay out your workout clothes the night before and set your alarm to wake up 30 minutes earlier. The fewer obstacles in your way, the more likely you are to stick with your new behavior. Establish clear, compelling rewards for your habits. These rewards should be immediate and directly linked to the behavior itself. For instance, if your new habit is to write for 30 minutes each morning, your reward might be a favorite cup of coffee or a few minutes of social media time afterward. Choose rewards that genuinely motivate and reinforce your efforts. Create a tracking system to measure your progress and hold yourself accountable. This could be as simple as marking an X on a calendar for each day you complete your habit, or using a habit tracking app on your phone. Seeing your progress visually can be a powerful motivator and help you stay committed even when you don't feel like it. Use the power of social accountability to cement your habits. Share your goals and commitments with a trusted friend, family member, or coach. Ask them to check in on your progress regularly and provide encouragement and support. Knowing that someone else is invested in your success can give you an extra boost of motivation to stay on track. Anticipate and plan for obstacles and setbacks. No matter how well-intentioned you are, there will be days when you don't feel like following through with your habits. Have contingency plans in place for these moments. For example, if you typically exercise outdoors, but the weather is bad, have an indoor workout option ready to go. The more prepared you are for challenges, the more resilient your habits will become. Incorporate habit stacking to make your new behaviors feel more natural and automatic. Habit stacking involves linking your desired habit to an existing one. For instance, if you already have a solid morning routine, you might stack your new meditation habit right after brushing your teeth. By anchoring your new habit to an established one, you make it easier to remember and follow through consistently. Be patient and compassionate with yourself as you develop new habits. It takes time and repetition for behaviors to become automatic. Expect some slips and setbacks along the way. This is a normal part of the process. When you do miss a day or fall short of your intentions, simply recommit and get back on track as quickly as possible. The more consistently you practice your habits, the stronger and more automatic they will become. Regularly review and refine your habits to ensure they're still serving you effectively. As your goals and circumstances evolve, your habits may need to shift as well. Be willing to experiment, iterate, and make adjustments as needed. The most successful people are the ones who continually fine-tune their habits to align with their highest priorities and aspirations. Harness the power of your environment to support your habits. Surround yourself with people, places, and things that reinforce your desired behaviors. If you want to eat healthier, stock your fridge with nourishing foods and remove tempting junk food. If you want to be more productive, create a workspace that minimizes distractions and promotes focus. The more your environment aligns with your goals, the easier your habits will be to maintain. Celebrate your habit successes along the way. Acknowledge the effort and discipline it takes to show up consistently, even when you don't feel like it. Reward yourself for reaching milestone markers, such as completing your new habit for 30 days straight. Recognizing your progress and achievements will keep you motivated and energized to continue. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Small, consistent actions taken daily add up to massive results over time. By automating your most success-aligned behaviors, you free up mental energy and willpower for more strategic and creative pursuits. You make progress towards your goals almost effortless, a natural byproduct of your everyday routine. Commit to the lifelong practice of intentional habit cultivation. Start small. focusing on just one or two keystone habits at a time. Build in rewards, accountability, and environmental support. Be patient and persistent, trusting that your efforts will compound over time. As your habits take root and flourish, so too will your achievements and impact. Your habits are the foundation upon which your extraordinary success is built. Choose them wisely, nurture them diligently, and watch as they transform your life in ways you never could have imagined. With the power of automation and consistency on your side, you'll be unstoppable in your pursuit of excellence. Harness the power of habits to create a life of purpose, productivity, and unparalleled achievement. Let your automatic behaviors be a source of strength, momentum, and unstoppable progress. As you consistently show up as your best self, you'll inspire others to do the same. Your habits will become the ripple effects of excellence that shape the world around you. The path to success is paved with powerful habits. Commit to the daily disciplines that align with your highest self and watch as your wildest dreams become your everyday reality. Your habits are your secret weapon. Wield them with intention and watch as you soar to extraordinary heights. Chapter 14. The Growth Mindset. Embracing challenges as opportunities. Success is not reserved for a select few who possess innate talents or advantageous circumstances. It is available to anyone willing to continually learn, adapt, and improve. The key to unlocking your full potential lies in adopting a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. When you view challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than threats to your self-image, you position yourself to achieve extraordinary things. The concept of a growth mindset was pioneered by Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck. In her research, Dweck found that individuals who believe their talents can be developed through hard work, good strategies, and input from others tend to achieve more than those with a fixed mindset. The belief that talents are innate gifts that cannot be changed. Those with a growth mindset see failure as a natural part of the learning process, while those with a fixed mindset view it as a reflection of their inherent limitations. Cultivating a growth mindset starts with the way you talk to yourself. Your inner dialogue has a profound impact on your beliefs, actions, and results. When you catch yourself thinking thoughts like, "I'm not good at this," or "I'll never be able to do that," pause and reframe those statements in a more empowering way. Replace "I'm not good at this" with "I'm not good at this yet, but I'm willing to learn and improve." Swap "I'll never be able to do that" with "I may not know how to do that now, but I'm capable of figuring it out." By consciously shifting your self-talk, you rewire your brain for growth and resilience. Seek out challenges that stretch you beyond your current abilities. Step outside your comfort zone regularly, whether that means taking on a new project at work, learning a new skill, or pushing yourself physically. Embrace the discomfort that comes with trying something new, knowing that this is where growth happens. When you face setbacks or failures, view them as valuable feedback that helps you adjust your approach and improve your performance. Use phrases like, "What can I learn from this?" and "How can I do better next time?" to maintain a growth-oriented perspective. Cultivate a love of learning. Approach every experience and interaction as an opportunity to gain knowledge and insight. Read books and articles on topics that fascinate you. Attend workshops and conferences to deepen your skills and understanding. Seek out mentors and experts who can offer guidance and fresh perspectives. The more you prioritize continuous learning, the more easily you'll adapt to change and navigate challenges. Embrace the power of yet. When you find yourself struggling with a task or falling short of a goal, add the word yet to the end of your self-assessment. I haven't mastered this skill yet. I haven't reached my goal yet. This simple linguistic shift reinforces the belief that your current limitations are temporary and that you have the capacity to improve with effort and persistence. Practice self-compassion. A growth mindset isn't about relentless positivity or never experiencing doubt or frustration. It's about treating yourself with kindness and understanding when you face challenges or setbacks. Acknowledge your struggles and give yourself permission to be imperfect. Use setbacks as opportunities to practice resilience and self-care, rather than beating yourself up. The more you can approach your growth with compassion and patience, the more sustainable and enjoyable the process will be. Surround yourself with growth-minded individuals. The people you spend time with have a significant impact on your mindset and behaviors. Seek out friends, colleagues, and mentors who embrace challenges, prioritize learning, and view failure as a stepping stone to success. Engage in conversations that stimulate your curiosity and expand your perspective. When you surround yourself with a community of lifelong learners, you'll find yourself continually inspired to stretch and grow. Set growth-oriented goals. When setting goals for yourself, focus on the process of learning and improvement rather than just the end result. For example, instead of setting a goal to get a promotion, set a goal to develop the skills and experience needed to excel in a higher level role. By focusing on the growth and development required to achieve your goals, you build resilience and maintain motivation even in the face of setbacks. Celebrate your progress. A growth mindset thrives on recognition and celebration of effort and improvement. Take time to acknowledge your hard work and progress, even if you haven't yet reached your ultimate goal. Recognize that every challenge you face, every mistake you make, and every lesson you learn is contributing to your growth and development. By celebrating your progress, you reinforce the belief that your efforts are worthwhile and that you are capable of continual improvement. Reframe failure as a learning opportunity. In a growth mindset, failure is not a reflection of your inherent worth or abilities, but rather a natural part of the learning process. When you experience a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I use this information to improve moving forward? By viewing failure as feedback rather than defeat, you maintain the motivation and resilience needed to keep pushing forward. Cultivate a sense of purpose. A growth mindset is most powerful when it's connected to a deep sense of purpose and meaning. When you're pursuing goals that align with your values and passions, you're more likely to persist in the face of challenges and view obstacles as opportunities for growth. Take time to reflect on what matters most to you and how you want to contribute to the world. Let your purpose be the fuel that drives your ongoing growth and development. A growth mindset is a powerful tool for unlocking your full potential and achieving your most ambitious goals. By embracing challenges, prioritizing learning, and viewing failure as an opportunity for growth, you position yourself for ongoing success and fulfillment. Cultivating a growth mindset is a lifelong practice, one that requires continual effort, reflection, and recommitment. But the rewards of this mindset shift are immeasurable. With a growth mindset, you become unstoppable in the face of adversity. You approach each new challenge with curiosity and resilience, knowing that every obstacle is an opportunity to learn and improve. You surround yourself with people and experiences that push you to stretch and develop. You celebrate your progress and use setbacks as fuel for your ongoing growth. Embrace the power of a growth mindset and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Commit to the ongoing practice of learning, stretching, and embracing challenges. As you do, you'll unlock new levels of success, fulfillment, and impact. You'll inspire others with your resilience and passion. You'll create a life of purpose and endless possibility. Your potential is not fixed, it's a renewable resource that grows with every effort and experience. Nurture your growth mindset with diligence and watch as you achieve extraordinary things. The path to your biggest dreams is paved with continuous learning and courageous action. Embrace the journey of growth and let it lead you to a life beyond your wildest imagination. Chapter 15. Mastering Self-Motivation. Becoming your own cheerleader. Motivation is the driving force behind every successful pursuit. It's the spark that ignites action, the fuel that sustains effort, and the fire that illuminates the path to achievement. But while motivation is essential, it's also elusive. Some days, you wake up feeling energized and ready to conquer the world. Other days, you struggle to find the desire to get out of bed. Learning to master self-motivation to become your own cheerleader and source of inspiration is a critical skill for achieving your goals and creating a life you love. Self-motivation starts with a clear and compelling why. Why do you want to achieve your goals? What will success mean for you, your loved ones, and the world around you? The more vividly and emotionally connected you are to your purpose, the easier it will be to stay motivated when challenges arise. Take time to reflect on your deepest values, aspirations, and desires. Craft a mission statement that encapsulates your why and revisit it often to keep your motivation fresh. Clarify your vision of success. What does your ideal life look like? What experiences do you want to have? What impact do you want to make? What qualities do you want to embody? The more specific and sensory-rich your vision, the more magnetic it will be. Create a vision board or write a vivid description of your future self and refer to it daily. Let your vision pull you forward, especially on days when motivation is low. Set goals that stretch and excite you. Your goals should be challenging enough to ignite your enthusiasm, but not so daunting that they paralyze you. Strike a balance between ambition and achievability. Break your goals down into specific, measurable milestones and celebrate each one along the way. The more you can feel a sense of progress and accomplishment, the more motivated you'll be to keep going. Create a supportive environment. Your surroundings have a profound impact on your motivation levels. Craft a space that inspires and energizes you. Whether that means decluttering your desk, filling your walls with uplifting quotes and images, or surrounding yourself with plants and natural light. Build routines and rituals that get you in a motivated state of mind, such as starting your day with exercise, meditation, or journaling. The more your environment aligns with your goals, the easier it will be to stay motivated. Harness the power of accountability. Share your goals with people who believe in you and want to see you succeed. Join a mastermind group, hire a coach, or find an accountability partner who will check in on your progress and cheer you on. Knowing that someone else is invested in your success can be a powerful motivator to show up and do the work, even when you don't feel like it. Practice positive self-talk. The way you speak to yourself has a huge impact on your motivation and confidence levels. Notice when you're engaging in negative self-talk, such as, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough," and consciously reframe those thoughts into more empowering ones. Use affirmations and mantras to cultivate a more supportive inner dialogue. Speak to yourself with the same encouragement and compassion you'd offer a beloved friend. Cultivate a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, and view failures as feedback that helps you improve. When you approach your goals with a growth mindset, setbacks become less demoralizing and more motivating. You stay focused on progress rather than perfection, which makes the journey more enjoyable and sustainable. Take consistent action, no matter how small. Motivation isn't just a feeling, it's a muscle that grows stronger with use. The more you take action towards your goals, the more motivated you'll feel to keep going. Start small, with just one task or habit at a time, and build momentum gradually. Celebrate your progress along the way and use your small wins as fuel for bigger ones. Leverage the power of habits and routines. Willpower is a finite resource, and relying on it alone can lead to burnout and inconsistency. Instead, create habits and routines that automate your success and make motivation less necessary. For example, if your goal is to write a book, establish a daily writing habit at the same time each day. The more automatic your habits become, the less motivation you'll need to maintain them. Practice self-care and prioritize balance. Burnout is the enemy of motivation. To stay inspired and energized for the long haul, you must take care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Get enough sleep, eat nourishing foods, move your body regularly, and make time for activities that bring you joy and relaxation. When you feel good, you're more likely to show up as your best self and tackle your goals with enthusiasm. Surround yourself with inspiration. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch films, and seek out stories of people who have achieved what you aspire to. Expose yourself to ideas and perspectives that challenge and expand your thinking. The more you immerse yourself in a world of possibility and growth, the more motivated you'll feel to pursue your own dreams. Practice gratitude and celebrate your wins. Motivation thrives on positive reinforcement. Take time each day to acknowledge and appreciate the good things in your life, no matter how small. Celebrate your accomplishments and milestones along the way, and use them as evidence of your capability and progress. The more you focus on what's working and what you're grateful for, the more motivated you'll feel to keep growing and achieving. Stay connected to your why. When motivation inevitably dips, reconnect with the deeper purpose behind your goals. Remind yourself of the people you want to help, the difference you want to make, the legacy you want to leave. Let your why be the anchor that keeps you grounded and the North Star that guides you forward. Mastering self-motivation is a lifelong practice, one that requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to experiment and adjust. What works for you in one season of life may not work in another, so stay attuned to your needs and be open to trying new strategies. Trust that by consistently showing up and taking action, you'll build the momentum and confidence needed to achieve your goals. Becoming your own cheerleader is an act of self-love and self-respect. It's a declaration that your dreams matter and that you're willing to do what it takes to bring them to life. By cultivating a strong inner motivation practice, you become the author of your own story, the leader of your own journey. So stay connected to your vision, take consistent action, and surround yourself with support and inspiration. Believe in your ability to create the life you desire, one motivated step at a time. As you master the art of self-motivation, you'll unlock new levels of energy, creativity, and unstoppable momentum. You'll become the kind of person who sets audacious goals and has the courage and determination to achieve them. Your greatest dreams are waiting for you on the other side of consistent, motivated action. Become your own best cheerleader and watch as you soar to heights you never thought possible. The world needs your unique gifts and contributions. Let your self-motivation be the rocket fuel that propels you forward. With unwavering commitment and a relentless passion for growth, there's truly no limit to what you can achieve. Your most extraordinary life is just a few motivated steps away. Chapter 16. The Art of Course Correction. Adjusting your sails. No matter how meticulously you plan or how diligently you execute, the path to success is rarely a straight line. Unforeseen obstacles, unexpected detours, and sudden changes in circumstances are all par for the course when pursuing ambitious goals. The ability to adapt, pivot, and course correct in the face of these challenges is what separates those who merely survive from those who thrive. Mastering the art of course correction, of adjusting your sails when the winds change, is a critical skill for navigating the unpredictable waters of achievement. Course correction starts with a willingness to let go of rigid attachment to your original plan. While having a clear strategy and action steps is important, it's equally essential to hold those plans loosely and be open to modifying them as needed. Clinging too tightly to a particular path or outcome can blind you to alternative routes and solutions that may be even better suited to your goals. Cultivate a flexible mindset that views change as an opportunity rather than a threat. Pay attention to feedback. As you take action towards your goals, stay attuned to the results you're getting. Are your efforts yielding the progress and outcomes you desire? If not, what might need to shift? Feedback comes in many forms, from measurable data to intuitive hunches, from external critics to internal doubts. Instead of ignoring or resisting feedback that suggests a need for change, get curious about it. Ask yourself, what is this feedback trying to tell me? How can I use this information to adjust my approach and improve my results? Be willing to experiment. Course correction often requires trying new things and venturing into uncharted territory. Instead of getting stuck in analysis paralysis or the fear of making the wrong move, Adopt a spirit of experimentation. Generate multiple possible paths forward and test them out in small, low-risk ways. See what works and what doesn't, and use that data to inform your next steps. The more you can approach course correction as an iterative process of trial and error, the more easily you'll find your way to the best solution. Seek out diverse perspectives. When you're deep in the trenches of working towards a goal, it can be challenging to see the bigger picture or identify blind spots in your approach. This is where seeking out diverse perspectives can be invaluable. Consult with mentors, colleagues, or friends who have different backgrounds and areas of expertise. Ask for their honest feedback and insights on your situation. Often, an outside perspective can illuminate new possibilities or reveal obstacles you hadn't considered. Trust your intuition. While data and external feedback are important inputs for course correction, don't discount the power of your own intuition. Your gut feelings, hunches, and inner knowing can often guide you towards the right path, even when logic or convention might suggest otherwise. Pay attention to those quiet whispers of wisdom and give yourself permission to follow their lead. The more you can learn to trust and act on your intuition, the more effectively you'll navigate the inevitable twists and turns of your success journey. Reframe setbacks as learning opportunities. Course correction is often precipitated by setbacks or failures, those moments when things don't go as planned and you're forced to reevaluate your approach. It's easy to get discouraged or deflated by these experiences, but reframing them as learning opportunities can help you maintain motivation and momentum. Instead of beating yourself up or dwelling on what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this setback? How can I use this experience to grow, improve, and make better choices moving forward? Break down your course corrections into manageable steps. Once you've identified a need for change and decided on a new direction, it can be tempting to want to overhaul everything at once. However, trying to change too much too quickly can be overwhelming and unsustainable. Instead, break down your course corrections into smaller, more manageable steps that you can implement gradually over time. Prioritize the changes that will have the greatest impact and focus on those first. As you build momentum and see results, you can add in additional layers of change. Celebrate your pivots. Course correction takes courage, humility, and a willingness to admit when something isn't working. It's not always easy to let go of a plan you've invested time and energy into, or to try a new approach that feels uncertain or risky. That's why it's so important to celebrate your pivots, to acknowledge and honor the bravery and resilience it takes to change course in pursuit of your goals. Give yourself credit for being adaptable and proactive, and use that recognition as fuel to keep moving forward. Stay anchored in your why. When you're in the midst of navigating change and uncertainty, it can be easy to lose sight of the bigger picture, the reason you set out on this path in the first place. That's where staying connected to your why comes in. Your why is the deeper purpose behind your goals, the driving force that keeps you motivated and inspired, even when things get tough. When you find yourself questioning your direction or doubting your decisions, return to your why. Let it be the compass that guides you back to your true north. Embrace the journey. Success is not a destination, but an ongoing journey of growth, learning, and self-discovery. Course corrections are simply part of that journey, the unexpected detours and scenic routes that add richness and depth to the experience. Instead of resisting or resenting the need for change, try to embrace it as an integral part of the adventure. Trust that each twist and turn is leading you closer to your ultimate vision, even if the path looks different than you originally imagined. Cultivate resilience. The ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward in the face of change is the hallmark of resilience. Resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Each time you successfully navigate a course correction, you build your capacity to handle future challenges with grace and grit. Cultivate resilience by practicing self-care, maintaining a growth mindset, and surrounding yourself with supportive people who believe in your ability to adapt and thrive. Learn from others who have successfully navigated change. Seek out stories and examples of people who have masterfully adjusted their sails in pursuit of their goals. Study how they approach challenges, made decisions, and maintained momentum in the face of uncertainty. Look for patterns and principles you can apply to your own journey. The more you can learn from others who have successfully navigated the art of course correction, the more equipped you'll be to do the same. Trust the process. Course correction can be uncomfortable, even painful at times. It requires letting go of the familiar and stepping into the unknown. It asks you to confront your fears, question your assumptions, and take bold action in the face of uncertainty. But when you trust the process, when you surrender to the journey, and have faith that each step is unfolding, as it should, you tap into a deeper source of wisdom and resilience. You find the courage to keep showing up, even when the path ahead is unclear. The art of course correction is a skill that will serve you in every area of life. By cultivating a flexible mindset, seeking out feedback and diverse perspectives, trusting your intuition, and breaking changes down into manageable steps, you equip yourself to handle whatever challenges come your way. You become the kind of person who can adapt to changing circumstances, bounce back from setbacks, and find opportunity in the face of adversity. So the next time you find yourself needing to adjust your sails, remember that this is a natural and necessary part of the success journey. Embrace the chance to learn, grow, and stretch beyond your current limitations. Trust that your willingness to course correct is ultimately guiding you towards your deepest desires and most meaningful contributions. The path to your dreams may not be a straight line, but with the skill of course correction in your toolkit, you have everything you need to navigate the twists and turns with courage, resilience, and grace. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your hands on the wheel, and your heart open to the adventure. The journey may be unpredictable, but the destination, a life of purpose, passion, and impact, is more than worth it. Adjust your sails with confidence, knowing that each change in direction is simply an invitation to grow into the fullest expression of your potential. Your most extraordinary life is just a few courageous course corrections away. Chapter 17. Defeating procrastination. Overcoming the temptation to delay. Procrastination is the silent killer of dreams, the thief of productivity and momentum. It's the insidious habit of putting off what you know you need to do in favor of something easier, more pleasant, or less important. Whether it's starting that project, making that phone call, or taking that first step towards your goals, procrastination can keep you stuck in a holding pattern of inaction and unrealized potential. Learning to overcome the temptation to delay is a critical skill for anyone who wants to achieve their goals and create a life of purpose and impact. At its core, procrastination is an emotional regulation problem. When we're faced with a task that feels difficult, uncomfortable, or overwhelming, our brains are wired to seek out something that will provide a quick hit of pleasure or relief. That might mean scrolling social media, watching TV, or doing anything other than the task at hand. The more we give in to these distractions, the more we reinforce the habit of procrastination, and the harder it becomes to break free. The first step in overcoming procrastination is to understand your triggers. What situations, tasks, or emotions tend to send you into procrastination mode? Do you put things off when you're feeling anxious, bored, or self-doubting? Do certain types of projects or responsibilities feel particularly daunting or unpleasant? The more aware you are of your procrastination patterns, the better equipped you'll be to catch yourself in the act and make a different choice. One common trigger for procrastination is fear of failure, fear of success, fear of not being good enough. When a task feels high stakes or outside our comfort zone, it's natural to want to avoid it. But giving in to that fear only reinforces its power and keeps us stuck. The antidote is to reframe the task as an opportunity for growth and learning, rather than a threat to our self-worth. Remind yourself that failure is a natural part of the process, and that each attempt, no matter the outcome, brings you one step closer to mastery. Perfectionism is another common driver of procrastination. When we feel like we need to do something perfectly, the pressure can be paralyzing. We put off starting because we don't want to face the possibility of falling short. But perfectionism is a myth. There's no such thing as a perfect outcome or a perfect process. The key is to adopt a growth mindset and focus on progress over perfection. Start where you are, with what you have, and trust that you'll learn and improve as you go. Structure and accountability are two powerful tools for overcoming procrastination. When a task feels overwhelming or amorphous, it's easy to put it off indefinitely. Breaking it down into smaller, more manageable steps can make it feel less daunting and more actionable. Create a plan with specific milestones and deadlines, and break each milestone into concrete action items you can tackle one at a time. The more structured and specific your plan, the easier it will be to stay on track and avoid getting sidetracked. Accountability is about creating external motivation and consequences for following through on your commitments. When you know someone else is counting on you or checking in on your progress, you're more likely to show up and do the work. Find an accountability partner, join a mastermind group, or hire a coach who will hold you accountable to your goals and actions. Make your commitments public and share your progress regularly. The more visible and consequential your accountability, the more motivated you'll be to stay on track. Procrastination thrives on distractions, so creating a focused environment is key to overcoming it. Identify the people, places, and things that tend to pull you off course, and take steps to minimize their impact. That might mean turning off notifications on your phone, using website blockers to limit social media access, or finding a quiet workspace away from household chores and interruptions. The more you can eliminate distractions and create a space conducive to focus and flow, the easier it will be to stay on task. Motivation is another important piece of the procrastination puzzle. When we're not clear on why a task matters or how it fits into our larger goals and values, it's easy to put it off in favor of more immediately gratifying pursuits. Take time to connect with the deeper purpose behind your tasks and projects. How do they contribute to your vision for your life and work? What impact will they have on yourself and others? The more compelling and meaningful your reasons for doing something, the more motivated you'll be to push through resistance and take action. Self-compassion is also essential for overcoming procrastination. When we beat ourselves up for putting something off or falling behind, it only fuels the cycle of avoidance and self-doubt. Instead, try to approach your procrastination with curiosity and kindness. What can you learn from this experience? How can you support yourself in making a different choice next time? Treat yourself with the same understanding and encouragement you'd offer a good friend, and trust that each step forward is progress, no matter how small. It's also important to recognize that procrastination is often a symptom of burnout or overwhelm. If you find yourself chronically putting things off or struggling to muster motivation, it may be a sign that you're taking on too much or not taking enough time for rest and self-care. Make sure you're setting realistic goals and expectations for yourself, and build in plenty of downtime for recharging and rejuvenating. The more you prioritize your well-being, the more energy and focus you'll have for tackling your most important tasks. Finally, celebrate your progress and successes along the way. Overcoming procrastination is a process, not a one-time event. Each time you show up and take action, no matter how small, you're building the muscle of follow-through and self-discipline. Acknowledge and appreciate your efforts, and use your momentum as fuel for tackling the next challenge. The more you reinforce your progress, the more confident and capable you'll feel in your ability to beat procrastination for good. Procrastination may be a universal human tendency, but it doesn't have to control your life or limit your potential. By understanding your triggers, creating structure and accountability, minimizing distractions, connecting with your motivation, practicing self-compassion, prioritizing self-care, and celebrating your progress, you can learn to overcome the temptation to delay and take consistent action towards your goals. It won't always be easy, and there will be times when procrastination gets the better of you. But with practice and persistence, you can develop the skills and mindset to beat it more often than not. Each time you choose action over avoidance, You strengthen your ability to show up for what matters most, even when it's hard. So the next time you find yourself tempted to put something off, take a deep breath and remind yourself of your deepest why. Connect with the part of you that knows you're capable of doing hard things, and take one small step forward. Trust that each choice to overcome procrastination is an investment in your future self and the life you want to create. You have what it takes to defeat procrastination and unlock your full potential. It's time to stop putting off your dreams and start taking action, one courageous choice at a time. Your most meaningful work and most fulfilling life are waiting for you on the other side of procrastination. All you have to do is show up and begin. Chapter 18. The Compound Effect. Leveraging small wins for big results. Success is not a singular, momentous event, but the cumulative result of small, consistent actions taken over time. It's the product of daily habits, routines, and choices that may seem insignificant in the moment, but compound over weeks, months, and years to create extraordinary results. This is the power of the compound effect, the principle that small, incremental improvements, when sustained and amplified, lead to massive transformation. By learning to leverage the compound effect in your life and work, you can achieve more with less effort and create lasting, meaningful change. The compound effect is often illustrated with the classic example of compound interest. If you invest $100 at a 10% annual return, you'll have $110 after 1 year. But if you keep that money invested for 30 years, without adding anything else to it, you'll end up with over $1,700 thanks to the power of compounding. Each year's gains build on the previous year's gains, creating exponential growth over time. The same principle applies to our habits, skills, and personal development. To harness the power of the compound effect, start by identifying the small, daily actions that will move you closer to your goals. These are the seemingly minor habits and routines that, when practiced consistently, accumulate into significant results. For example, if your goal is to write a book, your small daily action might be to write for 30 minutes every morning. If your goal is to get in shape, your small daily action might be to do 10 push-ups and a 20-minute walk. The key is to choose actions that are achievable, repeatable, and aligned with your larger objectives. Consistency is the key to unlocking the compound effect. It's not enough to take action once in a while or when you feel motivated. To see real results, you need to show up and do the work day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it. This is where the power of habit comes in. By turning your small daily actions into automatic behaviors that you do without thinking, you make consistency effortless. You no longer have to rely on willpower or motivation to keep showing up. It becomes a natural part of your routine. Tracking and measuring your progress is another important aspect of leveraging the compound effect. When you're focused on small, incremental actions, it can be easy to lose sight of how far you've come. By regularly tracking your metrics and milestones, you give yourself tangible evidence of your growth and momentum. This can be as simple as keeping a daily log of your workouts, writing sessions, or sales calls. Over time, you'll start to see patterns and trends that show you the cumulative impact of your efforts. Celebrating your small wins is also crucial for maintaining motivation and momentum. When you're playing the long game of compound growth, it's important to acknowledge and appreciate your progress along the way. Each time you show up and take action, no matter how small, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of following through on your commitments. Each milestone you reach, no matter how minor, is a testament to your consistency and dedication. Take time to savor these victories and use them as fuel for the road ahead. Patience and persistence are essential for reaping the rewards of the compound effect. Unlike the instant gratification of quick fixes and shortcuts, compound growth happens slowly and steadily over time. It requires faith in the process and a willingness to keep showing up even when results aren't immediately visible. This can be challenging in a culture that prioritizes immediate payoffs and overnight successes. But the truth is that lasting, meaningful change happens through consistent effort applied over the long haul. One way to cultivate patience and persistence is to focus on the process rather than the outcome. Instead of fixating on the end result you're trying to achieve, direct your attention to the daily actions and habits that will get you there. Find joy and satisfaction in the act of showing up and doing the work, regardless of the immediate fruits of your labor. Trust that by staying committed to the process, the outcomes will take care of themselves. It's also important to surround yourself with people and environments that support your growth and compound efforts. Seek out mentors, peers, and communities who share your values and aspirations. Engage in conversations and experiences that challenge you to think bigger and aim higher. Immerse yourself in books, podcasts, and resources that expand your knowledge and skills. The more you surround yourself with positive influences and growth-oriented stimuli, the more you'll absorb their energy and insights. Applying the compound effect requires a shift in mindset from instant results to long-term growth. It means embracing the power of small, consistent actions and trusting in their cumulative impact over time. It means letting go of the need for perfection and instead focusing on progress and improvement. It means cultivating the discipline to show up day after day, even when the payoff isn't immediately visible. But the rewards of this approach are immense. By leveraging the compound effect, you tap into a force that can transform every area of your life. You build momentum, resilience, and self-mastery. You achieve more with less effort and stress. You create results that are sustainable, scalable, and deeply fulfilling. So start small, but start now. Identify the daily habits and routines that will move you towards your goals, and commit to practicing them consistently. Track your progress, celebrate your wins, and stay focused on the process. Surround yourself with people and environments that support your growth, and cultivate the patience and persistence to keep showing up for the long haul. The compound effect is a powerful ally in your pursuit of success and fulfillment. By learning to harness its principles and apply them in your daily life, you unlock a virtually limitless source of potential and possibility. You become the kind of person who can achieve extraordinary things through ordinary actions, one day at a time. Success is not a matter of luck, talent, or timing, but of consistent, purposeful effort applied over time. By embracing the power of the compound effect, you take control of your trajectory and write your own story of transformation. You turn small wins into big victories and daily disciplines into lifelong achievements. So trust in the magic of compound growth and let it work its quiet miracles in your life. Stay committed to your small daily actions and watch as they accumulate into something far greater than you ever could have imagined. The journey may be long and the progress gradual, but the destination a life of meaning, mastery, and impact is more than worth the effort. One small step at a time, you're building a legacy that will endure long after the moment has passed. That is the extraordinary power of the compound effect. Chapter 19. Cultivating Grit. Persevering through setbacks. Grit, the combination of passion and perseverance, is a critical component of long-term success. It's the quality that allows individuals to pursue their goals with unwavering commitment, even in the face of obstacles, failures, and setbacks. Cultivating grit means developing the mental and emotional resilience to keep pushing forward when the going gets tough, to learn from failures and use them as fuel for growth, and to maintain focus and determination in the pursuit of what matters most. By strengthening your grit, you equip yourself to handle the inevitable challenges of creating a life of purpose and impact. Grit is not an innate trait, but a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. It's the product of consistent effort, deliberate practice, and a growth mindset. To cultivate grit, you must first believe in your ability to improve and succeed through hard work and learning. You must view challenges and setbacks not as indictments of your worth or ability, but as opportunities to stretch and expand your capabilities. This mindset shift is the foundation upon which true grit is built. Passion is a key ingredient of grit. When you're pursuing a goal or mission that deeply resonates with your values and interests, you're more likely to persist in the face of difficulty. Passion provides the intrinsic motivation to keep going when external rewards are scarce or non-existent. It fuels the fire of determination and makes the hard work feel worthwhile. To cultivate grit, take time to clarify your passions and align your goals with what truly energizes and inspires you. Purpose is the other side of the passion coin. Having a clear sense of why your goals matter, not just to you, but to the world beyond yourself, can be a powerful source of grit. When you know that your efforts are contributing to something larger than yourself, you're more likely to push through the rough patches and keep showing up. To strengthen your sense of purpose, reflect on how your goals and actions impact others and make a positive difference. Connect your daily efforts to a larger mission or vision for your life and work. Practice is how grit is forged. Consistent, deliberate effort over time is what builds the mental muscles of resilience and determination. To cultivate grit, commit to showing up and doing the work, day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it. Embrace the discomfort of stretching beyond your current abilities, and view each challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow. The more you practice pushing through resistance and setbacks, the stronger and more resilient you become. Failure is an inevitable part of any meaningful pursuit. No one achieves great things without encountering obstacles and setbacks along the way. What separates the gritty from the rest is how they respond to failure. Instead of seeing it as a permanent defeat or a reflection of their worth, they view it as feedback and an opportunity to learn and improve. To cultivate grit, reframe your relationship with failure. Embrace it as a necessary step on the path to mastery, and mine it for insights and lessons that can inform your future efforts. Support is essential for sustaining grit over the long haul. Surrounding yourself with people who believe in you, challenge you, and pick you up when you stumble can make all the difference in your ability to persevere. Build a network of mentors, peers, and advocates who share your values and support your growth. Lean on them for encouragement, accountability, and perspective when the going gets tough. The more supported and connected you feel, the more grit you'll be able to muster. Rest and recovery are just as important as hard work in the cultivation of grit. Pushing yourself relentlessly without proper rest and self-care is a recipe for burnout, not resilience. To maintain your grit over the long term, prioritize regular breaks, downtime, and activities that recharge your energy and perspective. Take care of your physical, mental, and emotional health, and give yourself permission to step back and recharge when needed. The more you fill your own cup, the more you'll have to pour into your pursuits. Reflection is a powerful tool for building grit. Taking time to regularly review your progress, challenges, and lessons learned can help you gain clarity, adjust your strategies, and maintain motivation. Keep a journal or log of your efforts and insights, and schedule regular check-ins with yourself to assess what's working and what needs improvement. The more self-aware and reflective you are, the more effectively you can cultivate grit and stay on track toward your goals. Gratitude is the ultimate grit amplifier. When you approach your pursuits with a sense of appreciation and thankfulness, you shift your focus from what's lacking to what's possible. You create a positive feedback loop that fuels your motivation and resilience. To cultivate grit, make gratitude a daily practice. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress, efforts, and the support of others. Find the gift in every challenge and setback, and use it to fuel your determination. Cultivating grit is a lifelong practice, one that requires ongoing effort, reflection, and recommitment. It's not about being perfect or never struggling, but about developing the mental and emotional muscles to keep showing up, learning, and growing, no matter what. By embracing the principles of passion, purpose, practice, failure, support, rest, reflection, and gratitude, you equip yourself to pursue your goals with unwavering determination and resilience. Start by clarifying your passions and connecting them to a larger sense of purpose. Commit to consistent, deliberate practice and view challenges and failures as opportunities for growth. Surround yourself with supportive people and prioritize rest and self-care. Regularly reflect on your progress and lessons learned, and approach each day with a sense of gratitude and possibility. As you strengthen your grit, you'll find that you're capable of far more than you ever imagined. You'll be able to pursue your goals with greater clarity, courage, and resilience, and bounce back from setbacks with renewed determination. You'll inspire others with your unwavering commitment and passion, and create a life of purpose and impact, one gritty step at a time. Grit is the key to unlocking your full potential and creating a life of meaning and fulfillment. It's the quality that allows you to turn challenges into triumphs and failures into stepping stones. By cultivating grit, you tap into a deep well of strength, resilience, and possibility within yourself. You become unstoppable in the pursuit of what matters most. So embrace the power of grit and let it fuel your journey to extraordinary success. Stay passionate, purposeful, and persistent, and trust in your ability to overcome any obstacle and achieve any goal. The path may be long and the challenges many, but with grit as your guide, there's no limit to what you can accomplish. Your most meaningful victories and contributions await you on the other side of perseverance. Keep showing up, keep learning, keep growing, and watch as your grit transforms your life in ways you never could have imagined. Chapter 20. The Visualization Advantage. Mentally rehearsing success. Visualization, the practice of creating vivid mental images of desired outcomes, is a powerful tool for achieving success in any area of life. By mentally rehearsing your goals and aspirations, you tap into the subconscious mind's ability to influence beliefs, behaviors, and results. Visualization helps you clarify your intentions, overcome obstacles, and maintain motivation by keeping your focus on the end result. When you make a habit of regularly envisioning your success, you prime your brain to recognize and seize opportunities that align with your vision. The science behind visualization is compelling. Studies have shown that mental imagery activates the same regions of the brain as actual experience, creating neural pathways that support the desired behavior or outcome. In other words, when you visualize yourself achieving a goal, your brain begins to believe and behave as if it's already happened. This creates a self-fulfilling prophecy, where your thoughts and expectations shape your reality. To harness the power of visualization, start by setting aside dedicated time each day for mental rehearsal. Find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted, and take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Close your eyes and begin to create a vivid, sensory-rich image of your desired outcome. Engage all of your senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch to make the experience as real as possible. For example, if your goal is to give a successful presentation at work, visualize yourself standing confidently in front of the room, speaking clearly and engagingly. See the audience nodding and smiling, hear their applause and positive feedback. Feel the satisfaction and pride of having delivered your message with impact. The more detailed and immersive your visualization, the more powerful its effect on your subconscious mind. As you visualize, focus on the emotions associated with achieving your goal. Allow yourself to fully experience the feelings of joy, excitement, pride, and fulfillment. These positive emotions serve as a magnetic force, drawing you towards your desired outcome and motivating you to take action. They also help to override any negative emotions or limiting beliefs that may be holding you back. Consistency is key when it comes to visualization. The more regularly you practice mental rehearsal, the more deeply ingrained the desired outcome becomes in your subconscious mind. Make visualization a daily habit, ideally at the same time each day, to establish a strong neural pathway. Even just a few minutes of focused visualization can have a powerful impact over time. Visualization is not a substitute for action, but rather a complement to it. As you mentally rehearse your success, also take practical steps towards your goals. Break them down into specific, manageable tasks, and take consistent action each day. The combination of visualization and action creates a powerful momentum that propels you towards your desired outcomes. It's important to approach visualization with a sense of detachment and openness. While it's essential to have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, hold that vision lightly and allow for unexpected opportunities and paths to emerge. Trust that the universe has a plan for you, and be open to course correcting as needed. Visualization is not about controlling outcomes, but about aligning your mind and actions with your deepest values and aspirations. Visualization can also be a powerful tool for overcoming obstacles and challenges. When you encounter a setback or roadblock, take a step back and visualize yourself successfully navigating the situation. See yourself finding creative solutions, tapping into your inner resources, and emerging stronger and wiser. By mentally rehearsing your ability to overcome challenges, you build resilience and adaptability in the face of change. Anchoring your visualization to a specific trigger or cue can help you integrate it more fully into your daily life. This could be a physical object, like a vision board or piece of jewelry, or a mental trigger, like a specific word or phrase. Whenever you encounter the anchor, take a moment to close your eyes and mentally rehearse your desired outcome. This helps to keep your vision top of mind and reinforces the neural pathways you've established. Sharing your visualization with others can also be a powerful way to reinforce its impact. When you describe your vision to supportive friends, family, or colleagues, you not only gain accountability and encouragement, but you also further cement the reality of your desired outcome. As you speak your vision aloud, it begins to take on a life of its own, attracting resources and opportunities that support its manifestation. It's also important to celebrate your progress and successes along the way. As you take action towards your goals and begin to see results, take time to acknowledge and savor your achievements. Visualize yourself experiencing the satisfaction and pride of each milestone, and allow those positive emotions to fuel your continued efforts. The more you celebrate your progress, the more motivated and confident you'll feel in your ability to achieve your ultimate vision. Visualization is a skill that improves with practice. Like any mental discipline, it may feel challenging or unfamiliar at first. Be patient with yourself and trust in the process. The more consistently you show up for your visualization practice, the more natural and effective it will become. Over time, you'll find that your ability to create vivid, immersive mental images grows stronger, and your capacity to manifest your desires expands. Ultimately, visualization is a tool for aligning your mind, emotions, and actions with your deepest aspirations. By mentally rehearsing your success, you tap into the limitless potential of your subconscious mind and create a clear, compelling roadmap for your life. You become the architect of your own reality, shaping your experiences and outcomes through the power of your imagination. So take a few moments each day to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and allow yourself to dream big. See yourself living your best life, achieving your most audacious goals, and making a positive impact on the world around you. Allow those images to fill you with joy, excitement, and determination. Then open your eyes and take inspired action, knowing that your vision is already on its way to becoming your reality. The visualization advantage is available to anyone willing to harness the power of their mind and imagination. By making mental rehearsal a consistent practice, you unlock your full potential and create a life of purpose, passion, and prosperity. You become the master of your own destiny, guided by the clarity and conviction of your inner vision. So dream boldly, visualize daily, and trust in the power of your imagination to create extraordinary results. Your most magnificent life is waiting for you, just on the other side of your next mental rehearsal. Close your eyes, see it in vivid detail, and let your visualization be the catalyst for turning your dreams into reality, one powerful image at a time. Chapter 21. Celebrating milestones, acknowledging your progress. Achieving ambitious goals and creating lasting success is a long-term endeavor, one that requires consistent effort, resilience, and dedication. Along the way, it's essential to pause and celebrate the milestones you reach, both big and small. Acknowledging your progress not only boosts motivation and momentum, but also helps you cultivate a sense of gratitude and perspective. By making celebration a regular practice, you train your brain to recognize and appreciate growth, which in turn fuels further achievement. Milestones are markers of progress, signposts that indicate you're moving in the right direction. They can be tangible achievements, like hitting a specific revenue target or completing a major project, or intangible ones, like overcoming a fear or learning a new skill. Whatever form they take, milestones are evidence of your hard work and dedication paying off. They deserve to be honored and celebrated. The key to effective milestone celebration is to make it a conscious, proactive practice. Don't wait for others to acknowledge your progress or for major breakthroughs to occur. Instead, take responsibility for recognizing and rewarding your own efforts. Set aside dedicated time each week or month to review your progress and identify milestones you've reached. This could be as simple as journaling about your accomplishments or sharing your wins with a supportive friend or colleague. When celebrating milestones, focus on the process as much as the outcome. Recognize the effort, courage, and persistence it took to reach the milestone, not just the end result. This helps to reinforce a growth mindset and builds resilience for future challenges. Instead of just saying, "I hit my sales target," acknowledge the specific actions and choices that led to that success. "I made 50 calls a day, honed my pitch, and stayed focused on my goal, even when it felt tough." Creating tangible reminders of your milestones can be a powerful way to anchor your progress and maintain motivation. This could be a visual tracker, like a goal thermometer or progress chart, or a symbolic token, like a trophy or piece of jewelry. Every time you see or touch the reminder, you'll be reconnected to your achievement and the positive emotions associated with it. This helps to hardwire your brain for success and builds confidence in your ability to reach future milestones. Celebrating milestones also means giving yourself permission to pause and savor the moment. In a culture that often prioritizes constant striving and forward momentum, it can be challenging to slow down and appreciate how far you've come. But taking time to fully experience the satisfaction and joy of reaching a milestone is crucial for maintaining balance and perspective. It allows you to recharge your batteries, reconnect with your why, and approach the next stage of your journey with renewed energy and enthusiasm. One powerful way to celebrate milestones is to share them with others. This could mean treating your team to lunch after completing a big project, hosting a party to mark a personal achievement, or simply sharing your wins on social media. When you involve others in your celebrations, you not only gain external validation and support, but also inspire and motivate those around you. Your success becomes a ripple effect, encouraging others to pursue their own goals and milestones. It's also important to celebrate the milestones of others. When you take time to acknowledge and appreciate the progress of your colleagues, friends, and loved ones, you contribute to a culture of positivity and mutual support. You create a rising tide that lifts all boats, and you open yourself up to receiving celebration and encouragement in return. The more you focus on celebrating others' wins, the more you train your brain to look for and appreciate progress in all areas of life. Milestone celebration doesn't have to be elaborate or expensive to be effective. Simple acts of acknowledgement and appreciation can be just as powerful as grand gestures. The key is to make celebration a consistent, authentic part of your success journey. Whether it's treating yourself to a favorite meal, taking a day off to relax and recharge, or writing a heartfelt thank you note to a supportive colleague, find celebration rituals that feel meaningful and rewarding to you. As you make milestone celebration a regular practice, you may find that your definition of success starts to shift. Instead of just focusing on the end goal, you begin to appreciate and find fulfillment in the smaller victories along the way. You develop a more nuanced, appreciative relationship with progress, one that honors the journey as much as the destination. This mindset shift can be transformative, as it allows you to find joy and satisfaction in the present moment, rather than deferring happiness to some distant future date. Celebrating milestones also helps to build resilience and maintain perspective during challenging times. When you hit a setback or encounter an obstacle, you can draw on the memory of past milestones to remind yourself of your strength, capability, and progress. You can use your celebration practice to reframe challenges as opportunities for growth and learning, rather than as failures or defeats. By anchoring yourself in a sense of accomplishment and appreciation, you become more adaptable, resilient, and able to weather the ups and downs of the success journey. Ultimately, celebrating milestones is about more than just feeling good in the moment. It's about training your brain to recognize and appreciate growth, progress, and accomplishment. It's about cultivating a success mindset that is grounded in gratitude, resilience, and self-awareness. By making celebration a consistent practice, you not only enhance your own motivation and momentum, but also inspire and uplift those around you. So start small, but start now. Look for opportunities to acknowledge and honor your progress, both big and small. Create rituals and reminders that anchor your milestones and keep you connected to your accomplishments. Share your wins with others, and take time to celebrate their milestones in return. Most importantly, approach your success journey with a spirit of appreciation and celebration, knowing that every step forward is a victory worth savoring. As you make milestone celebration a habit, you'll find that your relationship with success deepens and expands. You'll develop a more grateful, resilient mindset that allows you to find joy and meaning in the present moment, even as you work towards future goals. You'll become a model of positive progress for others, inspiring them to pursue their own dreams and celebrate their own victories. So here's to your milestones, big and small. May you always take time to acknowledge and appreciate your progress, and may your celebrations be a source of joy, motivation, and momentum on the path to your grandest vision. Keep shining, keep growing, and keep celebrating. Your success story is just getting started. Chapter 22. The Lifelong Learner. Continuously expanding your skills. In a world of rapid change and constant disruption, the ability to learn and adapt is not just a valuable skill, it's a necessity for long-term success and fulfillment. Those who prioritize continuous learning, who approach life with curiosity and a growth mindset, are better equipped to navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and make meaningful contributions. Becoming a lifelong learner means committing to the ongoing expansion of your knowledge, skills, and perspectives. It means recognizing that your education doesn't end with a degree or certification, but rather extends throughout your entire life. The benefits of lifelong learning are vast and varied. On a practical level, continuously expanding your skills makes you more valuable and adaptable in your career. As industries evolve and new technologies emerge, those who can quickly learn and apply new concepts are more likely to remain relevant and in demand. Lifelong learning also helps you stay competitive and opens up new opportunities for advancement and leadership. But the advantages of being a lifelong learner go far beyond just professional development. Learning new things keeps your brain sharp and active, reducing the risk of cognitive decline as you age. It exposes you to fresh ideas and perspectives, challenging your assumptions and broadening your worldview. It sparks creativity and innovation, as you make connections between disparate concepts and apply your knowledge in novel ways. And perhaps most importantly, it provides a deep sense of personal growth and fulfillment, as you continue to evolve and actualize your full potential. So how can you cultivate the habit of lifelong learning? The first step is to approach every experience and interaction with a sense of curiosity and openness. Instead of assuming you already know something, ask questions and seek to understand. When you encounter a new idea or perspective, resist the urge to immediately judge or dismiss it. Instead, consider it objectively and look for the kernel of truth or insight it may contain. By approaching life with a beginner's mind, you open yourself up to a wealth of learning opportunities. One of the most effective ways to continuously expand your skills is to make learning a daily habit. Set aside dedicated time each day to read, watch educational videos, listen to podcasts, or engage in other learning activities. This could be as simple as reading a chapter of a nonfiction book with your morning coffee, or listening to a TED Talk on your commute. The key is to make learning a consistent, non-negotiable part of your routine. Seeking out diverse perspectives and experiences is also crucial for lifelong learning. Make a conscious effort to surround yourself with people from different backgrounds, industries, and schools of thought. Attend events and conferences outside your usual sphere of influence. Travel to new places and immerse yourself in different cultures. The more you expose yourself to new ideas and ways of thinking, the more you'll grow and evolve as a learner. Experiential learning, or learning by doing, is another powerful tool for skill development. Instead of just reading about a new concept or technique, find ways to apply it in real-world situations. This could mean volunteering for a project at work that requires skills you want to develop, or starting a side hustle to practice entrepreneurship. The more you can bridge the gap between theory and practice, the more deeply you'll integrate your learning. Reflection is also a key component of lifelong learning. Taking time to regularly review and process what you've learned helps you internalize insights and identify areas for further growth. Keep a learning journal where you jot down key takeaways, questions, and ideas for application. Engage in reflective practices like meditation or journaling to gain clarity and perspective on your learning journey. The more you can synthesize and integrate your learning, the more impact it will have on your life and work. Seeking out mentors and teachers is another effective strategy for continuous skill development. Identify people who have achieved what you aspire to and reach out to them for guidance and support. This could be a formal mentorship arrangement or simply an occasional coffee chat. The key is to be proactive in seeking out wisdom and expertise from those who have gone before you. By learning from others' experiences and insights, you can accelerate your own growth and avoid common pitfalls. Technology has also made lifelong learning more accessible than ever before. Online courses, webinars, and educational apps allow you to learn anytime, anywhere, often at your own pace. Take advantage of these resources to continuously expand your skills and knowledge. Many online learning platforms offer certifications or badges that can enhance your professional credibility and demonstrate your commitment to growth. It's important to approach lifelong learning with a sense of purpose and intention. While it's valuable to have a wide range of interests and pursuits, it's also helpful to focus your learning on areas that align with your goals and values. Identify the skills and knowledge that will help you make the greatest impact in your personal and professional life, and prioritize those areas for growth. The more strategic and purposeful you can be in your learning, the more you'll be able to leverage your skills for success and fulfillment. Cultivating a love of learning also means being willing to step outside your comfort zone and embrace discomfort. Learning something new can be challenging and frustrating at times, especially when you're starting from scratch. But it's in those moments of struggle and uncertainty that the greatest growth often occurs. By pushing yourself to take on new challenges and persisting through difficulties, you build resilience and expand your capacity for learning. Celebrating your learning milestones is also key to staying motivated and engaged. Take time to acknowledge and appreciate the progress you've made, whether it's mastering a new skill, completing a challenging course, or applying your learning in a real-world context. Share your achievements with others and seek out opportunities to teach or mentor others based on what you've learned. The more you can recognize and celebrate your growth, the more motivated you'll be to continue learning. Ultimately, becoming a lifelong learner is about embracing a mindset of curiosity, growth, and continuous improvement. It's about recognizing that your potential is not fixed, but rather something that can be developed and expanded throughout your entire life. By making learning a daily habit, seeking out diverse perspectives and experiences, applying your knowledge in real-world situations, and celebrating your progress, you unlock your full potential and create a life of meaning and impact. The path of the lifelong learner is not always easy, but it is always rewarding. It requires discipline, humility, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. But the rewards: increased adaptability, resilience, creativity, and fulfillment are more than worth the effort. By committing to continuous learning and skill development, you not only enhance your own life and work, but also contribute to the betterment of the world around you. So embrace your inner student and approach each day as an opportunity to learn and grow. Seek out new ideas, perspectives, and experiences with an open mind and a curious heart. Apply your learning in meaningful ways and share your knowledge with others. And most importantly, never stop exploring, questioning, and expanding your potential. The journey of lifelong learning is the journey of a life well lived, and it starts with a single step forward into growth. Chapter 23: Contribution and Legacy. Making a meaningful impact. Success, in its truest sense, is about more than just personal achievement or financial gain. It's about making a positive difference in the world, leaving a lasting impact that extends beyond your own lifetime. When you align your goals and actions with a deeper sense of purpose and contribution, you tap into a wellspring of motivation, resilience, and fulfillment. You shift your focus from simply achieving success to creating significance, from getting to giving, from self-interest to service. Contributing to something greater than yourself, whether it's your family, your community, or a cause you believe in, imbues your life with meaning and direction. It provides a compelling why that fuels your efforts and keeps you going when the going gets tough. When you know that your actions are making a positive impact on others, even the most challenging obstacles become opportunities to grow and serve. The first step in making a meaningful contribution is to clarify your values and passions. What matters most to you? What issues or causes ignite your sense of purpose and conviction? Take time to reflect on the experiences and influences that have shaped your perspective and identify the areas where you feel called to make a difference. Your contributions don't have to be grand or world-changing to be meaningful. Small acts of kindness, generosity, and service can have a profound ripple effect. Look for opportunities to make a difference in your daily life, whether it's volunteering at a local nonprofit, mentoring a younger colleague, or simply offering a listening ear to someone in need. The key is to approach each interaction with a spirit of empathy, compassion, and a genuine desire to be of service. As you grow and develop in your career, look for ways to align your professional pursuits with your values and purpose. This could mean working for an organization whose mission resonates with your own, starting a business that addresses a social or environmental need, or using your skills and expertise to support causes you care about. When your work is infused with a sense of meaning and contribution, it becomes more than just a job, it becomes a calling. Leadership is also a powerful way to make a meaningful impact. As you advance in your career and take on greater responsibility, you have the opportunity to shape the vision, culture, and practices of your organization. Use your influence to create a positive, inclusive environment that brings out the best in others. Model the values of integrity, compassion, and service in your own actions and decisions. Inspire and empower your team to pursue their own sense of purpose and contribution. Philanthropy is another way to make a lasting difference. As you achieve financial success, consider how you can use your resources to support the causes and communities you care about. This could mean making charitable donations, establishing a foundation, or investing in social impact initiatives. The key is to approach philanthropy with a strategic, long-term view, focusing on creating sustainable, systemic change rather than just providing short-term relief. Legacy is the ultimate expression of contribution. It's the impact you leave behind, the way you'll be remembered by future generations. To create a meaningful legacy, start by envisioning the kind of difference you want to make in the world. What do you want to be known for? What values, insights, and contributions do you want to pass on to others? One way to build a lasting legacy is through mentorship and teaching. Share your knowledge, skills, and experiences with others, helping them to grow and develop in their own pursuits. Offer guidance, support, and encouragement to those who are just starting out or facing challenges. By investing in the success and well-being of others, you create a ripple effect of positive impact that extends far beyond your own direct actions. Another way to create a meaningful legacy is through storytelling and knowledge sharing. Document your insights, lessons learned, and vision for the future through writing, speaking, or other forms of media. Share your story and perspective with others, inspiring them to pursue their own paths of purpose and contribution. By leaving a record of your ideas and experiences, you ensure that your impact lives on long after you're gone. Ultimately, the most powerful way to create a lasting legacy is to live your values and purpose every day. Let your actions and choices reflect the kind of world you want to create. Treat others with kindness, respect, and compassion. Stand up for what you believe in, even when it's difficult or unpopular. Use your unique talents and resources to make a positive difference, no matter how small or large. Creating a meaningful contribution and legacy is a lifelong pursuit, one that requires ongoing reflection, growth, and action. It's not about achieving a certain level of success or recognition, but rather about aligning your life with your deepest values and aspirations. It's about using your gifts and influence to create a better world for yourself and others. As you continue on your own path of contribution and legacy, stay open to new opportunities and perspectives. Listen to the needs and experiences of others, and look for ways to use your skills and resources to make a difference. Celebrate the impact you've made, no matter how small, and use it as fuel for further growth and service. Most importantly, approach your contribution and legacy with a sense of humility, gratitude, and purpose. Recognize that your ability to make a difference is a gift, one that comes with great responsibility and opportunity. Use your influence and resources wisely, always striving to create more light and positivity in the world. Your legacy is the mark you leave on the world, the way you'll be remembered by those whose lives you've touched. It's the culmination of all your efforts, values, and contributions, the way you've used your time and talents to create something bigger than yourself. By living each day with integrity, compassion, and purpose, you ensure that your legacy is one of meaning, impact, and enduring significance. So let your life be a testament to the power of contribution and service. Let your actions and choices reflect the kind of world you want to create. And let your legacy be a shining example of what's possible when we align our success with our deepest values and aspirations. The world needs your unique gifts and contributions. Start sharing them today, and watch as your impact ripples out in ways you never could have imagined. Chapter 24. Balanced Success. Integrating Achievement with Fulfillment. Success, in its most authentic and holistic sense, is not just about achieving external goals and milestones. It's about creating a life that is rich in meaning, purpose, and happiness, a life that integrates achievement with fulfillment. True success is found in the delicate balance between pursuing your ambitions and nurturing your well-being, between striving for greatness and savoring the simple joys of life. It's about aligning your actions and choices with your deepest values and priorities, and creating a life that is both personally rewarding and meaningful to others. Too often, we fall into the trap of chasing success at the expense of our own happiness and well-being. We work long hours, neglect our relationships and self-care, and sacrifice our peace of mind in pursuit of an ever-moving target. But this approach to success is unsustainable and ultimately unfulfilling. When we focus solely on external achievements and neglect our inner lives, we create a sense of imbalance and disconnection that can lead to burnout, anxiety, and emptiness. The key to balanced success lies in recognizing that achievement and fulfillment are not mutually exclusive, but rather interconnected and mutually reinforcing. When we pursue our goals from a place of passion, purpose, and alignment with our values, we create a sense of intrinsic motivation and satisfaction that fuels our efforts and makes the journey as rewarding as the destination. And when we take care of ourselves and nurture our relationships along the way, we build the resilience, support, and perspective needed to weather the ups and downs of the success path. So how can you create a life of balanced success? The first step is to get clear on your core values and priorities. What matters most to you in life? What kind of person do you want to be? And what kind of impact do you want to have on the world? Take time to reflect on these questions and identify the guiding principles that will shape your choices and actions. Once you have a clear sense of your values, use them as a compass to guide your goal setting and decision making. Pursue ambitions that align with your deepest passions and priorities, and let go of those that don't. Say yes to opportunities that allow you to express your authentic self and make a meaningful contribution, and say no to those that compromise your integrity or well-being. The more you can align your external pursuits with your internal values, the more fulfilling and sustainable your success will be. Cultivating self-awareness is also crucial for balanced success. Regularly check in with yourself and notice how your choices and actions are impacting your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Are you feeling energized, inspired, and connected, or depleted, stressed, and isolated? Are you making time for the people and activities that bring you joy and rejuvenation? Or are you constantly sacrificing your needs for the sake of your goals? When you notice signs of imbalance or burnout, take action to course correct and realign with your values. This may mean setting boundaries around your time and energy, delegating tasks that don't align with your strengths or priorities, or taking a step back to rest and recharge. It may also mean reaching out for support from loved ones, mentors, or professionals who can offer guidance and perspective. The key is to approach your well-being with the same intentionality and commitment that you bring to your external pursuits. Another essential aspect of balanced success is cultivating a growth mindset. When you view challenges and setbacks as opportunities for learning and development, rather than as threats to your self-worth or identity, you build the resilience and adaptability needed to navigate the ups and downs of the success path. You learn to embrace failure as feedback, to experiment with new strategies and approaches, and to view your own potential as limitless and ever-expanding. To develop a growth mindset, focus on the process of learning and improvement, rather than just the end result. Celebrate your efforts and progress, not just your achievements. Seek out feedback and mentorship from others who can help you identify blind spots and areas for growth. And most importantly, practice self-compassion and patience, recognizing that true success is a lifelong journey of learning and evolution. Gratitude is also a powerful tool for creating balanced success. When you take time to appreciate the blessings and opportunities in your life, you shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. You cultivate a sense of contentment and perspective that allows you to enjoy the journey, rather than just fixating on the destination. And you build the emotional resilience needed to bounce back from setbacks and challenges. To practice gratitude, start each day by reflecting on 3 things you're thankful for, no matter how small. Express your appreciation to others through words and actions, and look for opportunities to pay it forward through acts of kindness and generosity. The more you focus on the good in your life and the lives of others, the more you'll attract positivity and abundance in return. Finally, creating balanced success requires a willingness to let go of perfection and embrace authenticity. When you strive for an unrealistic or externally imposed standard of success, you set yourself up for stress, disappointment, and burnout. But when you define success on your own terms, based on your unique values, strengths, and priorities, you create a life that is truly fulfilling and meaningful. To embrace authenticity, start by getting to know yourself on a deep level. What are your natural talents and passions? What kind of environment and relationships allow you to thrive? What does a truly fulfilling and meaningful life look like for you? The more you can align your choices and actions with your authentic self, the more you'll experience a sense of flow, purpose, and satisfaction. Creating a life of balanced success is an ongoing journey, one that requires intentionality, self-awareness, and a willingness to adapt and evolve. It's about pursuing your ambitions with passion and purpose, while also taking care of yourself and nurturing your relationships along the way. It's about defining success on your own terms, based on your deepest values and priorities, and letting go of external expectations or pressures. By integrating achievement with fulfillment, you create a life that is rich in meaning, purpose, and happiness. You build the resilience, adaptability, and perspective needed to navigate the ups and downs of the success path. And you inspire others through your example of authentic, values-driven living. So start today by getting clear on your core values and priorities, and use them as a compass to guide your choices and actions. Cultivate self-awareness and a growth mindset, and practice gratitude and self-compassion along the way. Embrace authenticity and let go of perfection, trusting that your unique path to success is unfolding exactly as it should. As you continue on this journey of balanced success, be patient and kind with yourself. Celebrate your progress and learnings, and use setbacks as opportunities for growth and reflection. Surround yourself with supportive and inspiring people, and seek out mentors and guides who can offer wisdom and perspective. And most importantly, stay connected to your deepest values and passions, letting them be the North Star that guides you towards a life of true fulfillment and meaning. Balanced success is not a destination, but a way of being, a commitment to living your life with intention, authenticity, and purpose. By integrating achievement with fulfillment, you create a life that is truly rich and rewarding, both personally and professionally. You become a model of what's possible when we align our actions with our values and use our talents and passions to make a positive impact on the world. So here's to your journey of balanced success. May it be filled with joy, growth, and meaningful contribution. May you have the courage to pursue your ambitions with passion and purpose, and the wisdom to take care of yourself and others along the way. And may you inspire others through your example of authentic, values-driven living. The world needs your unique gifts and talents. Start sharing them today, and watch as your impact ripples out in ways you never could have imagined. Chapter 25. The Champion's Charge. Stepping into your greatness. You have within you the power to achieve extraordinary things, to create a life of passion, purpose, and authentic success. You have the capacity to overcome any obstacle, to learn and grow from any challenge, and to make a meaningful impact on the world around you. The path to greatness is not always easy, but it is always worth it. It requires courage, perseverance, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. It demands that you let go of limiting beliefs and old patterns and embrace the truth of your own potential. But when you do, when you fully commit to your own growth and excellence, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Stepping into your greatness starts with claiming your power. It means taking responsibility for your life and your choices, and recognizing that you are the creator of your own reality. It means letting go of the victim mentality and the blame game, and instead focusing on what you can control and influence. When you claim your power, you shift from a reactive to a proactive stance, from waiting for things to happen to making things happen. To claim your power, start by cultivating a deep sense of self-awareness. Get to know yourself on a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level. What are your strengths and weaknesses? What are your values and priorities? What motivates and inspires you? The more you understand yourself, the more you can align your choices and actions with your authentic self. Part of claiming your power is also learning to trust yourself and your instincts. Too often, we second-guess ourselves or defer to the opinions of others, even when our gut is telling us otherwise. But your intuition is a powerful guide, and learning to listen to and act on it is a key part of stepping into your greatness. Start by paying attention to the subtle signals your body and mind are sending you, and practice honoring them in small ways each day. As you claim your power and trust yourself more deeply, you'll naturally start to take more risks and face your fears. This is where the real growth and transformation happens. When you push yourself outside your comfort zone, you expand your capabilities and your belief in what's possible. You build resilience, adaptability, and confidence, and you open yourself up to new opportunities and experiences that you never could have imagined. To support you in facing your fears, it's important to cultivate a strong support system. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, challenge you, and inspire you to be your best self. Seek out mentors, coaches, and colleagues who have achieved what you aspire to, and learn from their examples and guidance. Build a network of positive, growth-oriented relationships that will encourage and sustain you on your path to greatness. As you take risks and face your fears, it's also important to develop a growth mindset. This means viewing challenges and setbacks as opportunities for learning and development, rather than as failures or roadblocks. It means embracing the discomfort of stretching yourself beyond your current abilities, and trusting that with effort and perseverance, you can improve and succeed. When you approach life with a growth mindset, you build the resilience and determination needed to overcome any obstacle and achieve any goal. Stepping into your greatness also requires a commitment to continuous learning and improvement. The world is constantly changing, and what worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. To stay relevant and effective, you must be willing to adapt and evolve, to seek out new knowledge and skills, and to stay curious and open-minded. Make learning a daily habit, whether it's through reading, attending workshops, or seeking out new experiences and perspectives. As you commit to your own growth and development, it's also important to stay connected to your purpose and values. When you're pursuing goals that align with your deepest passions and priorities, you tap into a wellspring of motivation and fulfillment that sustains you through even the toughest challenges. Take time to regularly reflect on what matters most to you, and use that as a compass to guide your choices and actions. Part of staying connected to your purpose is also focusing on contribution and service. When you use your talents and resources to make a positive impact on others, you create a sense of meaning and significance that goes beyond personal achievement. Look for ways to give back and pay it forward, whether it's through volunteering, mentoring, or using your platform to raise awareness and inspire change. As you step more fully into your greatness, it's important to celebrate your progress and successes along the way. Too often, we focus on what we haven't yet achieved, rather than appreciating how far we've come. Take time to acknowledge and savor your milestones and victories, no matter how small. Use them as fuel to keep going, and as reminders of your own strength and capability. At the same time, it's important to stay humble and grounded. Greatness is not about ego or self-importance, but about using your gifts and talents to serve something greater than yourself. Stay connected to your humanity and your compassion, and remember that even the most successful people face challenges and make mistakes. What matters is how you learn from them and keep moving forward. Stepping into your greatness is a lifelong journey, one that requires courage, commitment, and a willingness to grow and evolve. It's not about achieving some ultimate destination, but about embracing the process of becoming the best version of yourself. It's about claiming your power, facing your fears, and using your unique gifts to make a meaningful impact on the world. As you continue on this path, trust in your own resilience and potential. Surround yourself with people and experiences that inspire and challenge you. Stay connected to your purpose and values, and let them guide you through the ups and downs of the journey. And most importantly, enjoy the process, the learning, the growth, the adventure of stepping into your greatness. Your life is a precious gift, and you have the power to make it an extraordinary one. You have within you all the strength, wisdom, and creativity you need to achieve your deepest dreams and aspirations. So claim your power, face your fears, and take bold action towards the life you truly want. The world needs your unique talents and contributions. Start sharing them today, and watch as your impact ripples out in ways you never could have imagined. The path to greatness is not for the faint of heart, but it is for those who are willing to dream big, work hard, and never give up. It's for those who believe in themselves and their ability to create change, even in the face of adversity. It's for those who are ready to step into their full potential and make a difference in the world. If that sounds like you, then know that you are already on the path to greatness. Every challenge you face, every lesson you learn, every step you take is preparing you for the incredible journey ahead. So keep going, keep growing, and keep shining your light. The world is waiting for you to step into your greatness, and there's no better time to start than now.